Leonard didn't do. He didn't do anything that Ali didn't do. The only difference is Ali took the dangerous guys. He didn't do anything that Robinson didn't do. Mike McCollum, Hopkins, none of them guys.
Well,
So yeah,
well, so I'm not questioning. So if you're going to accuse Floyd of picking the right opponent for the right price at the right time, I'm agreeing with you, 100%. Okay,
good.
I'm agreeing with you. However, I will agree that Floyd is a safety first fighter.
Yeah.
However, I think that um, accusing him of only being a safety first fighter is being a bit too harsh
For the
because
last
he
13
did take.
years, that's exactly what he was. For the last
Well, I
13
mean,
years of his career, that's exactly what he was.
well, listen. Look. He rematched Maidana. I don't know if
So
they
what?
listen. I don't think that was a smart thing to do. He didn't have to,
No, so what?
but he didn't have to. And listen, I don't necessarily look. I don't look at the Maidana fight. I don't look at either of the Maidana fights as being safety first. Maidana is a very dangerous fighter. Okay, and he rematched Maidana. And a lot of people thought Maidana won the first fight. So
I didn't see
yeah,
him as dangerous. I see him as a one. He fought one way. He came forward and threw punches. What was so dangerous about him?
well, listen, what was so dangerous about it? It just so happened that Maidana, what he was able to do was able to disrupt Floyd enough to make it close and competitive. Do we
That was
agree?
only in the first 3 rounds, fight doctor. That's only in the first 3 rounds.
Well,
After
what were the
that, no.
scorecard? What did the scorecards? What were the scorecards in both of those fights? I think it was
I have no idea,
both.
fight doctor, but that was only.
I,
I'm basing on what I saw in both of them. That was only the first 3 rounds. After that, he didn't do nothing special.
well, okay. So then, what were the scorecards? I mean, so
Again,
that
fight doctor, I don't pay attention to scorecards. I was watching the fight. You
okay.
tell
Well, you
me.
may not,
You tell me what the scorecards were.
you may not pay attention to the scorecards, but the rest of the
I
world
don't.
does, right?
No, that's
Okay.
not true. You can't speak for everybody, but go ahead.
Well, listen. I tell you what. The guy who announces the winner, he pays attention to the scorecards, right? And we all pay
Right.
attention to him. So when
We
the
can agree on
scorecards
that.
were read, I'm pretty sure that, in fact, I will check, but I believe all the judges had a 7-5 on both fights.
Yeah, so what? What was the scorecards when he fought Canelo? Somebody had him losing too. I mean, what the hell does that mean?
One of the
And he
judges
won.
had it a draw.
And he won. He won every round in that fight, but some damn judge had him losing. Right?
Listen, well, look, you're going to have a bad judge out of the lot, okay? But when you have all three judges agree, when all three judges agree or are basically turning in a similar scorecard, then you can pretty much, can we agree that the judges pretty much saw the fight? And look, here, I'll tell you what, I'm going to pull up the scorecards
You do
for,
that. It don't mean nothing to me, but go ahead and do that.
well, it ain't got to mean nothing to you, but it means something to the people who pay the bills, okay? Now, listen, you can dismiss reality, and that's fine. That's your prerogative, okay? But I choose to deal with the reality as it is. And the reality is, in fact, I'm going to tell you what the reality is in 2 seconds as soon as my computer comes online, okay?
You're going to tell me your reality. You're not going to
No,
tell
I'm
me.
going to tell you, no,
You're not
sir.
going to tell
I'm
me
going to tell
reality. No,
you,
you're going to tell
no,
me
no,
your
sir.
reality.
No, sir. No, sir. I'm going to
I
tell you
watch
the
fights.
reality.
I don't watch scorecards. I don't give a damn about scorecards.
Well,
I
listen,
don't give a
you
damn
don't have to give a
about.
damn about scorecards, but the people who pay the bills, the people who announce the winner, they pay attention to scorecards,
Really,
right?
that's their job. That's them doing their
Yeah,
job.
yeah.
But
So
why you showing me the scorecards if I don't
when they
care about them?
record the winner, so when they record the winner in the record books, guess what? The winner is
Okay,
determined
but
by
fight
who
doctor,
wins on the
listen,
scorecard. So the
listen to me, fight
scorecards
doctor, right?
are the reality. Okay. Now you
I'm
may
not
wish to
arguing
deny the
reality.
reality.
What I'm asking you is this: why are you showing me the fight, the scorecards, but I don't give a damn about them? It's not going to change anything. I don't give a damn about scorecards. I saw the fight. Floyd won
Listen.
the
You
fight.
can
So what?
listen, my friend. You cannot give a damn about the scorecards all you like.
Yes,
What you
that's
give
why I
a
don't
damn,
need to see them.
sir. What you give a damn about is beside the point.
Okay, so why are you showing them to me if I don't give a damn about them?
I'm not showing you anything.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for not showing me
I'm
that.
telling you
I'm
what
gonna
the
take that.
scorecards are. There's a difference.
Okay, but
Okay,
why
so
are
I
you
want to
telling me
tell you
that
because
same
because
situation? Why are
because
you telling me if I don't give a
the
damn
reason why
about
I'm
it?
telling you what the scorecards are because that is the reality, and I
The
deal with the
fight is the
reality. Now
reality, right?
wait,
Isn't the fight
sir,
the
yeah,
reality?
And guess what? The scorecards are a function of the fight. Are
But
they
the
not?
fight is the
Listen,
main
when the
reason why
fight is
people
over,
show up,
when
right?
the fight is over, what do? What is the first thing they do when the
Nobody
fight is over?
pays money to say I want to know the scorecard. They pay to watch a fight, right?
And
Who
the
pays money?
scorecard and the decision
Nobody
is
pays
a
money to
function.
say I want to
The
know the
decision
scorecard.
is a function of the fight because at the end of the fight they read the decision. All right.
Yes,
So
Captain. Yes,
listen,
Captain
listen,
Obvious. I
listen,
understand
listen,
that, Captain
listen.
Obvious.
You can
Hold on,
deny.
Captain
Listen,
Obvious.
you can deny
Let's
reality
just talk
all you
about the
like.
fight.
Okay. You
Let's
can
just
deny
talk about the
reality
fight.
all you like. All right. Now,
Let's
listen,
just talk
and
about the fight,
listen,
man.
look, listen. We can talk about the fight, but at
What's
the
up,
end of the
Delete?
day, at the
What's
end of
up,
the
Delete?
day,
We got a
Shit,
guest,
what's
man. We
poppin',
can't.
man? Shout out to the
How you
DMV. Shout out to Fight Doctor EJ. What's popping, man?
What's up,
doing?
Jaleel? Yeah.
Everything's good, man.
By the way, hey, I didn't let you know we're live, by the way. So we're live on the EJ Boxing Live Show. Thanks for you guys. Just let you know
Funny.
that was a good chop up. That was a good chop up. Let me get my intros and we're gonna go.
Power is so great.
That's for real. About the whole lot. Yo, man, we're ready to go.
Hi, this is Michael Butler, and let's get ready for EJ Boxing Live.
100% to this day.
Why you sound so far away, EJ?
I don't know, I don't know what's going on with my mic. Do I sound
You
far
sound
away?
like you real far away, yeah.
Oh my god, I don't know what's going on with
You
my
sound
mic.
like you in like Iceland or something, or Greenland or something.
Yeah, I need to sort out my mic, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it sounds like I'm far away, right?
Yeah, it sound like you real far away.
Oh man, I don't know what's going on with my mic, man. I like my brother came and changed my computer over, and I don't know what's going on because I've been trying to fix it. I've been trying to fix it, but hey, did you watch the YouTubers?
Nah, I heard about it though. I heard somebody got jerked though.
Yeah,
That one dude that got knocked out by Jake. I heard he really won or something. I gotta watch it.
yeah. Does that sound better?
Whatever his name is, like
Yo,
his name is something.
that sound better?
You sound all right to me, but it's it is what it is.
That sound all right?
Yeah, Odom fought last night. Didn't the basketball player fight last night?
Oh,
Lamar Odom.
Oh, you talking about Lamar?
Oh, Lamar Odom. It's funny.
Lamar Odom. You talking about Lamar Odom fight, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that shit was funny as well. We could talk about that as well, man. He beat the shit out. Who's that Iron guy? I've never heard of that Iron guy. I don't know.
You remember his brother? Him and his brother used to sing. His brother name is he got a brother, Nick Carter. Remember? They like the pop singers, Nick.
Nah, I don't
He
know.
like popish. He like those. He's similar to those popish guys that was like in sync or something. Nick Carter and Aaron Carter. That's they pops. They like pop singers.
How I sound now? That still sound far away?
Yeah.
Oh man, I don't know.
It sound like you underground. Like,
let me see. What about this? This sound better? Any better? Nope.
not still sound like you underground.
My gosh, I don't know what's going on, man. I'm gonna have to
It's
figure it
all
out.
good, I guess. What's your thoughts on Shakur, man? Everybody, boxing is mean, bro.
Yo, Shakur, he was boring though, wasn't
You call him a crybaby. You crazy, bro.
he? His nickname is Crybaby Stevenson. That's his nickname for real. Yeah.
so look, can I chime in? Can I chime in real quick on the whole boring question?
Yeah, go ahead. Because it's
So
What's up now? You hear me?
yeah, we hear you.
Yeah, go ahead.
So EJ made some good points about how Shakur was weary of the power of the opponent last night. I forget the guy's name.
Yeah.
Nakathila.
Naka what?
Nakathila, Jeremiah.
All right, go ahead.
Nakathila. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Stevenson was weary of his power, right?
Yeah.
Which, look, they called a lot of guys boring. They've called Floyd boring. They called Purnell boring. A lot of guys who choose to box have been called boring in the past. And maybe that's just what Stevenson needs to do. Apparently, he doesn't like to get hit. I think he did catch a right hand, and apparently, from what I could tell, he wasn't happy with the right hand that he caught and felt that he didn't need to taste any more of the guy's power.
Yeah.
So so we'll see what happens. But I mean, at some point, he's going to get in front of a guy who's going to be relentless. Is going to come after him.
Yeah.
Will not accept no for an answer.
Yeah.
All right. And then we'll see what Stevenson is made of.
Yeah. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, I had him beating everybody at 130, but I said if Tank don't allow him to clinch, because you know he mastered his clinch game too, like Andre Ward. He's good at that already. So that's why I say it's gonna be hard to beat Shakur because he know how to clinch, he know how to do all those little tricks. But if somebody don't allow him to clinch, it's gonna get real interesting in there because I like Shakur, but I don't like I don't know if he overreacted to getting hit because he had a little mark on his eye, but I don't. That's the biggest thing I didn't really like. Sometimes you just gotta play. Even if you take a shot, you can't react that way because you're gonna give people momentum. Because a person could be tired, but if they feel like they got you hurt, that's gonna give them an extra boost. And like you said, Fight Doctor, he's gonna meet somebody that is not going to be playing with him and going to go at him.
Going to sleep. That's what's going on.
He's nice though, bro. He's very good. He's very good. And some people.
No, Steven.
Yeah.
No, go ahead.
I was just saying he's very good. Remember, he's southpaw. So now the way social media is, everybody can state their opinions. He's with Top Rank. So y'all see how Top Rank I was on a Facebook thing it was Friday. I said, look, in my opinion, I think they're going to drop Elvis Rodriguez after one more fight if he lose. Come to find out, they dropped him already after one fight, and people were saying that he possibly could have been prospect of the year, Top Rank, man. So Shakur, and part of it is too, it's like peer pressure to perform. Because you got Tank knocking people out no matter what you say about him. Tank be knocking people out, man. See, a female be getting knocked out. So a lot of them got that peer pressure thing to perform. But he can't get to the point where he because I'm going to be honest with you. They used to call Crawford boring. And I remember he said it. He didn't care. He said he was just going to fight his fight. And he mentioned his grandmom. This was like 2013. Like a year or so before he fought Ricky Burns, and they was trying to say he was born. So it's up to
you know what? Listen, I don't get the whole Terrence Crawford criticism from Aram. I mean, Crawford is in the middle of a knockout streak. I want to say he's knocked out his last 6 opponents.
He ain't went the distance since Victor Postal in 2016. Like he's
right. And you mean to tell me you got a guy who's knocking out everybody? And on top of that, it's not like Crawford is boring to watch.
He's not. He's very exciting. That's why people is mad at Shakur, because Shakur didn't go for the gusto when you break him down. You know what I mean? And dude, that's why people was criticizing him. At least he acknowledged that wasn't there. So we'll see. He just gotta.
Well, some guys just don't have the killer instinct. Some guys just not there.
Fight Doctor, you right. It's your personality and your temperament.
You're like Floyd Mayweather.
Exactly, Troy.
I would disagree. Floyd actually had a killer instinct when he was at the lighter weights.
Yeah.
At 130, 135, he was a killer.
Last 13 years, he didn't fight at those weights.
In 140, and then his temperament changed. A lot of it is temperament. But if he doing this already and he had to get out of his career, then he just have that temperament. What's the Fight Doctor? What's the Argentinian dude that had crazy defense? Lino Loche.
Argentinian dude.
Yeah.
Wait, are you talking about at middleweight?
At 140.
He's fighting now, or he's retired?
Years ago. I'm not sure if dude is even living now. Nicolino Loche.
I don't remember.
His defense is off the chain. I'm sure Troy or EJ know what I'm talking about. And he don't hardly have.
You gotta look him up.
Nicolino Loche. His defense was off the chain, bro. Like, but he was like exciting. He was just different. looking at the clips, man, he was small. He smoked cigarettes. He different, man. So you can actually be exciting and not have a whole lot of power. That's not.
It's an old school fighter, man.
Yeah. Yeah, but he look at his knockouts. He don't hardly have no knockouts. But he had defense. So Shakur can be exciting and without getting knockouts.
Yeah, you don't have to have knockouts to be exciting because
Exactly.
you take Pernell Whitaker, you take Mike McCollum and them folks. They didn't really have a lot. Mike's knockouts came from the body punches, right?
Yeah.
But what was that? Yeah, but you don't have to have a lot of knockouts. The same thing with Bernard. Some of his fights were very interesting, good to watch. Some of them were very ugly, right?
That's true.
No, listen, you know what? I considered Bernard's ugly fights masterpieces. Okay, and Bernard's run at middleweight is underrated, very underrated.
You know, Troy be hating on B-Hop, bro. He be hating on B-Hop. You know that.
Really? When did that happen? When did that ever happen? When?
I met you hating on B-Hop. I was on the show. You was capping, hating on B-Hop. It is what it is, though, bro.
I never said anything about him. No, I did not ever. I actually appreciate him a lot, man. He's very, he's all over the history books, and he's definitely someone you could teach with. I can't say anything negative about it.
You know who other Shakur know who remind me of? If he was a basketball, I don't know if y'all watch basketball. Yeah, I know EJ do. He would be like Tim Duncan or the Spurs. You know how?
You mean Hall of Famer Tim Duncan?
Yeah, he's not super exciting, but he do everything right and he get the job done. But in basketball, I'm sure their ratings was nowhere near to like the Lakers, but he can. Like he's probably the best power forward in history, but he's not necessarily more exciting than say Blake Griffin because he be catching alley oops and stuff like that. So ratings wise, Blake Griffin to get you more ratings, but Tim Duncan is that dude. So that's the world that we live in, and it's up to.
I don't see him like that at all. What I see is he's a young man that's growing and getting to know his way around that ring and getting to know himself. How old is he? 20 what?
23, I think. Actually,
23.
he turned
23. He's getting up. The problem that I always say is that they need to fight these dudes more often. Once a year, twice. That don't do nothing. They need to fight more often.
That's true. He should be fighting. He should be fighting at least 3 or 4 times. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
All of them should be fighting at least 3 or 4 times a year.
Yeah, minimum 3 or 4 times so he could because he don't got that many fights. Yeah, that's true. But he nice though. He nice.
No, Stevenson is hella nice. No question.
Nice,
he's hella nice.
Yeah, he is. He's going to be very sharp if they could just get more fight. I mean, to me, he should be fighting again in the next 4 months or 3 months, 4 months.
He's gonna fight Jamel Herring, which is kind of they
is that guaranteed already, or is that just hearsay?
Well, they gonna have to. If not, Jamel Herring was probably gonna give up the belt, but he want to fight Oscar Valdez.
It's probably just hearsay, but that would be a good fight because that's who I thought it too last night. That's who I thought.
Guy. So if Homeboy don't fight him, they gonna make him the full champion.
I think he's gonna move up eventually.
Jamel Herring
is, he's tall, man. He's a tall dude. He ain't gonna stay at that weight for too much longer.
When is he gonna move up? Like right now, because he got to do it within 90 days. So he got to do it like.
Oh no! He's not gonna move up right now. But I'm saying eventually he's gonna move up because he's just tall and he could carry 135 and all that. So he should be fine of it.
So you think he's gonna fight Shakur next?
No.
Yeah, that's what they
give up the belt. Then that's what I'm trying to say. He gonna have to give up the belt.
That's what they're talking about. They're talking about
how so?
Because Homeboy was the mandatory, and that was just the interim thing. Remember, they kept pushing that fight back with
who's the mandatory for who?
Shakur was, and that was for.
I thought he had a belt.
That was at 126. He just moved up recently. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is he got to fight? He gonna have.
I'll go ahead and fight him then. I'll say go ahead and make the fight.
Yeah, he might as well. Hey, they know each other, but hey, I mean, Oscar Valdez, I don't know. Shakur's, it's gonna be tough because fighters know fighting him, but you gotta really. But they're gonna use this boring thing as their. Even though you know
He
he's
he's
not
not boring though. That's the
really
thing.
not.
He's not
He's
boring.
not too boring. That's what I'm saying. He's not as exciting as like say Tank or nobody, but he's not necessarily straight boring. But that's how fighters duck fights now. They just try to label you boring when you don't really be boring. That's how they do now.
They've been doing that forever, but that to me is a bunch of foolishness because after talking to Glenn Johnson, he said how he got a lot of his big fights is that a lot of these cats turned it down and he did it for less and he won.
Oh,
You know,
the Road Warriors. Yeah,
every everybody that turned down a fight is somebody out there that'll take that fight for less because they hungry. They
yeah,
just hungry as hell.
I
So
agree.
that's who you go ahead and fight.
Mhm.
You look at a guy like Freddie Pendleton when he was coming up. I don't know if you know who he is. He man had like 20 losses. But if you call him, he come in to fight. He knocked out Roger Mayweather. He
Mhm.
knocked out Tyrone Trice. Knocked out a couple of good fighters. That man coming to fight. It don't matter when you call him. He coming to fight.
So Troy, a fight doctor, I got a question for EJ. What would y'all do if y'all was Shakur's manager to make sure that he, lives up to his potential and get the big fights? And what would y'all direct him to do?
I tell him to
And
I would just
retire from. I tell him to retire from boxing. That's what I tell him to
you
do.
like Shakur?
He's a crybaby, bro. Like he's a spoiled child, bro. See the thing is, yeah, like when I saw him, that's why I call him crybaby, bro. Like, dude,
Bro,
like
you never play. You never. Come on, man. Like you never tried, bro. Come on, man.
I acknowledge he's got skills. I acknowledge all that. But let me show you. Let me show you what I'm talking about, right? This is what we're dealing with. This crybaby. Look at these pictures, right?
Well, that was better right there. Then it turned off. It could be
Nah,
the fact.
go ahead, go. What you
Now you sounded better for a second, and then it went back real low. Okay.
Yeah, look. How it sound now? Look, this is Shakir. That's what he's about, bro. You see this picture right here? That's what he's about, bro. He on some he's heads everywhere. You know what I mean? He on some crazy shit. Like his head's not everywhere. And like he rolls with Terrence. Look, he rolls with Terrence Bud Crawford. You know what I mean? He spars with Terrence Bud. He left on Andre Ward was the one who managed him. Andre Ward doesn't manage him no more. Like I'm like, how's he falling out with Andre Ward? And now he's with Terrence Crawford. I don't think he knows who he is, man. I still think like he got very fast skills and everything like that. But when I saw him nearly got hit and I saw him panic, I saw the bitch in him, bro. I saw the bitch in him. And that's why I'm gonna continue calling him crybaby. Now I give him credit, he won that fight fair and square, understandable. Bro, any guy who's got a dog in him, like a Victor Ortiz, that type of guy, one of the Mexican guys to roll up and he's gonna get beaten up, bro. He's gonna be
I
another
don't know
catch.
what fight you were watching.
He's going to be another Broner. Now no, you didn't hear me. I said he won every second in the round. But what I'm saying is that guy, I never even heard of that guy. And this guy, all that guy did is show you that I'm not scared of you. I've come to fight. And Shakir was on the back foot. You know what I mean? Like he didn't want none of it. Like he didn't want to. He's like he's scared to go and take risks and take chances. When really that guy you never even heard of that guy before. So it was made for Shakir to roll up and to go in and put it on him, but he didn't want to. And when I look at him, I like he's banging trouble. He's gonna be banging trouble against a pressure Mexican fighter. He's gonna get beaten up. So I like him, but to me, it's like his mentality. And like I said to you, when you see pictures like this, yeah, right? Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But bruh, let me tell you something, bro. Your head, and he's got it on his Facebook and he's sticking his finger up. That's how he feels about this game. He's robbing the game. He's like Mayweather, he's robbing the fans. He don't want to fight no one. Who's he fought? He's two-weight champion. Who's he fought? He don't fight the best fights. Oh, they don't want to fight me. Like you said, Troy, why you take less money and go and fight these guys in their country? Like Errol Spence, like Terrence Bud Crawford, like Tim Bradley. Just take less and go fight. He ain't about that life. So he just wants everything his own way, and he's continued to be called Crybaby Stevenson. That's my take. Go ahead.
I don't know what fight you were watching. I didn't see a punk. I didn't see no weak dude in there. I saw a young man who was applying himself and doing what he needed to do to win. He won, right?
Yeah, he did. But did you
Yeah, he
see
did.
what I forget what round it was. He did
so
look.
there's so So there's the old saying, right? There's no saying. It's not what you say; it's how you say it, right? And Mr. Graham, I would submit that perhaps you should acquaint yourself with that saying and what it means. Yeah, we all saw Stevenson win, but it's not that you win; it's how you win. That's important.
Which is why, yes, exactly. I'm going to hold you to that. Thank you. I'm going to hold you to that, because we're going to go back to another conversation. Basically, what I saw was a young man in there who's learning his craft. I mean, if he fights more, he'll get more experience. Period. That's just what I'm going to keep saying. I like what I saw out of him. Yes, he could have turned it up a little bit more, but I didn't see no punk in there. I didn't see no bitch. I didn't see none of that. I saw a young man who was just applying himself, and he won. I mean, what did y'all want from him? You want him to knock the guy out? I mean, that always don't work out.
Yeah, that's what I wanted. I wanted him to knock the
Well,
guy out.
I got bad news for you. That don't happen all the time.
Well, I know that.
That don't happen all the time.
So Muhammad Ali asked the question, right? And the question he asked was, who would dare to be great? Who would dare to be great?
Okay, to tell you the truth, I don't believe he's not trying to be great. I just think that right now he's just applying what he knows and getting the job done. When he moves up and fights better competition, we'll see more, I guess. Right? Now, hold on a second. Somebody tell me about the competition that he fought. How many times has this guy been knocked out?
Nah, that dude is not no bum though. Actually, I was.
How many times the guy that he fought last night been knocked out?
Who is the guy? Do you even heard that guy before tonight? Where'd you know that guy?
I was YouTube.
To tell you the truth,
solid, bro.
That's the first Shakur Stevenson fight that I actually watched in full. So to ask me that question, I'm the wrong person to ask. What I'm asking you.
I watched all of his fights, and I'm telling you, that guy.
Okay, well, tell me about his opponent last night, man.
I'm telling you, he was made to order for Shakur to look good again.
How many times has he been knocked out?
Who's he fought to be knocked out?
No. You can't do that. I said because you say no, because you're talking about the man like he should just come in and get knocked out. How many times has he been knocked out?
No, man, I ain't talking about he can come in and knock out. No, I'm not. I'm saying to you, that guy and Shakur, they're both trying to make a name for themselves. That's why they fought, right? They go both.
Okay.
They both got comparable records. And what I'm trying to say to you, Shakur has most of the time when you've got the most decorated amateur records, you're supposed to step on the gas. Like he trains with Terrence Bud Crawford, pound for pound #1. He's mentored by Andre Ward. He's around the top elite boxers in the world. Bruh, this guy, he's supposed to use all them attributes and go in there and make a statement. You're on TV, you know what it takes. You're the cream of the crop. You're supposed to make a statement against undefeated fighter. And he didn't do that. He went the dishes. Yeah, we know he can do that. But bruv, you gotta make a name, and he didn't do that. Like, for real, he got credit. Like, and furthermore, I tell you what, he's on Twitter right now. 1 minute. Because that's what I was going to read out.
I saw a good fight. I don't know what y'all saw.
No, okay, that's fine. All right, on Twitter, Shakur, Crybaby Stevenson, and that's what I call him. Crybaby is talking about, hold on, let me see if I try to find it. He's actually apologizing to the fans. I'm going to read it out for y'all. Read it out. Where's Crybaby? Because he's got it out here. Why? Let me go find it. Why Crybaby's a... But what I'm saying...
So wait. I have a question. Now, Troy, you said you saw a good fight, right? You saw a good fight. I saw a shutout.
Great.
He did.
Good. What's your point?
My point is I did not see a good fight. I saw a shutout. There's a difference.
And there's this thing called having your own opinion, which I'm entitled to.
Yes, you're entitled to have your own opinion, but oftentimes, sir, you act as if your opinion constitutes fact when it does not.
I'm not saying that. I'm simply saying I saw a good fight, and that's my opinion. I never said it was your fact. I was simply saying that's my opinion. I don't know where you got that from.
Yo, all right. So I got Shakur's statement, right? I apologize. See, we hear this Trey loud and clear on his Twitter page. You know what I mean? I'm gonna retweet it right now. So get me. I apologize to all my fans. I didn't feel good tonight, but I did what I had to do to win. Yeah. Thank you for all the support. I promise to be better in the future to fight when the fights come. That's what he says. So he apologizes because he has something going on. So he acknowledged that it was a shit performance, bro. You know what I mean?
No, but he said exactly what I said. He did what he had to do.
No, he said he wasn't feeling right. No. He
Wait,
said
wait, hold on. If he's apologizing, then Troy, I need to ask you this question. What is the purpose of an apology?
I tell you.
I mean, why do people apologize? Seriously, why do people apologize? If you didn't do anything wrong, what the hell are you apologizing for?
Tell him.
Why does Shakur Stevenson feel the need to apologize?
There you go.
No,
1 plus 1. 1 plus 1, okay? Just do the math.
because it's a lot of peer. That's what I'm trying to say. It's a lot of pressure.
He said 1.1.
Phil want the link. EJ. It's a lot of pressure because you got to realize Tank is coming. Tank, no matter what you say about him, Tank is very exciting. I'm telling you, he's very exciting to watch. And a lot of these guys be hard on themselves. It's like artists, you know what I'm saying? And especially see the thing. I don't know if y'all seen. Did y'all seen it? The 30-minute special on Top Rank with Shakur?
Yeah, I saw that.
He said, you hear what he said about, and then when he started comparing himself to Floyd, that opened himself up for more criticism. So that's
what I'm trying to see. That's what I'm saying. They got him on that bro level. Hey, Phil, I got 4 people in the panel. I got enough though. So you have to pass on this one. Come on the next one, yeah? All right? No, listen, right?
Huh?
No, I'm saying to you is that when they put him in that level like a Broner and Mayweather and all them guys there, and that's well and done. But the thing is, yeah, the thing when you're in that level and you saw Broner, it's hard to live up to the level. But he rose with all the top boys in the division, so he's open to criticism. I thought it was a good performance, right? I was actually surprised by his reflexes, but I see the bitch in him, right? That he don't want that smoke. He ain't like Broner, man.
I don't see that. The man. But listen,
you see him crying.
You know what, man? I did my research just now, and his opponent has never been knocked out.
Yeah,
he has 2 losses, but he's never been knocked out.
Who's he fought though, bro? That was the first. He's old.
Who is Stevenson fought, man?
That's exactly.
That has nothing to do with it. That has nothing to do with it.
I see it from both of your perspectives, though, because Troy, I'm not sure what fight you was watching. I forget the round. I would have to watch it again, but he got hit with a shot, and it was like he was running around the ring, and also he got a little mark.
Can I ask you a question, y'all? Okay, hold on, everybody. Hold on, calm down before y'all all come at me. But let me ask you a question. Is Stevenson known as a boxer or a puncher? What is he known as?
A boxer. He got some.
Thank you very much. He's known as a boxer. Thank you.
Hold on. There's
I like Troy, bro.
What is? Let me ask you a question, Troy. Is he a fighter or is he a boxer? Answer that question. Is he a fighter or is he a boxer? Which one is it?
He's a boxer, obviously. He's a boxer.
I understand that. So again, he ain't no puncher, so he's either a boxer or a fighter. And what I'm trying to say to you, he ain't a fighter because when he got tagged, you hear what Jalik said. He didn't want no smoke, and that's what I'm talking. I saw the bitch in him. That's what I'm saying. I saw the bitch in him.
I don't get why you're being that harsh on the young man, because honestly, have you listen to me? Okay.
I'm harder than him, from the Olympics when he was crying when he lost. A lot of guys lose, like Roy Jones, he won and he didn't get decision, and Mayweather won and he didn't get decision. They didn't cry. They had great careers.
Is he crying about something? Is he crying about anything?
No, he was. Did you see the Olympics? Did you see in the Olympics, right? In the gold medal game, you see him cry like a bitch. You didn't see that?
We talking about the Olympics. The man's a pro now. What is the man's a pro? We got to deal with present day.
He ain't changed though, bro. He's still.
Oh my gosh! Was he crying last night? Was he crying last night?
Yeah, bro.
Where did he cry last night? So I go watch it.
He's crying to say that, bro. He know he had a bad performance, bro. You know what I'm saying? He had a bad performance.
At least, okay. If he feels that he could do what he said is he feels he could do better. That's okay. That shows you that he's mature and he really loves his craft. So I don't see no bitch right there. That's just a dude who loves his craft, man. And he's being honest.
You're right. I'm harder than, but listen, I'm hard on everywhere. Like you're hard on Floyd Mayweather. Like you believe Floyd Mayweather doesn't have the right to tell Pacquiao what to do in drug testing. You believe Floyd Mayweather?
It's a voluntary test. That's a completely different subject. Let's stay off the court. It's a voluntary thing.
No, but you're hard on. No, I'm saying you're hard on criticizing on the drug. We were talking about Aerospace like before. We were talking off air, people. So I'm just letting you know we were talking about Aerospace,
right?
We're talking about Aerospace and Manny Pacquiao, and Troy has a problem with there's no drug testing. I'm like, well, if they don't want to take drug testing, cool, I don't care. But
I don't have a problem with them not taking the test at all. No, I don't care. That test, yeah, I don't have a problem with them taking VADA because it's voluntary. It's not really a part of boxing. That was all Floyd Mayweather who did that. That ain't a part of boxing. It's voluntary.
But the whole thing is that Manny Pacquiao didn't like Floyd because of the drug testing, right? Floyd is the one who dictates.
The VADA drug testing. Don't say the drug testing. VADA. Yeah.
What he did? Okay, he had a problem taking the one that Floyd wanted. That's what you're saying, right? Hopkins
had a problem taking it too, and there's quite a few fighters that had a problem taking it. But go ahead.
Yeah, but what I'm saying to you is this: when it comes down to it, Crybaby Stevenson is still Crybaby. That's what we're talking about.
I don't. You know what I think?
Yeah, go ahead.
I think when it comes to him and when it comes to this other boy here, Haney, everybody wants to see them walk on water. Everybody wants to see a new Sugar Ray. They want to see. Hold on. They want to see a new Floyd. These youngsters just have to grow into themselves. They have to grow into themselves and become who they are. You can't. I don't want to see another Floyd Mayweather. I don't want them to copy anybody. I want them to learn their craft and master becoming themselves. And I also want them to fight more often. That's all, man, because I don't have these high expectations of them to walk on water and to do this and do all that. No, I don't. I'm enjoying what I'm seeing from both these young men. It shows growth. Growth and patience.
Devin Haney's another one, right? He's another one, Devin Haney in that fight, by all counts, he went against a shot Linares, and that guy clipped him, and he was wobbling back to the team. The guy clowned him, Like Linares, I can't believe Linares clowned him. I thought Linares was food, and what I'm saying. I was, these guys have been touted as the next guys, the next top American guys, and look, when I look at them, it's like, it's night and day. They're not the next Andre Ward, the next Floyd Mayweather. Terrence Crawford is like a rare. I don't see the next top American coming out. Your country's banging trouble. If you're gonna rely on Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson, you're banging trouble. Tank, we're talking about Tank's the real deal. Tank's the real deal, but Tank eating himself out of the division, and he's got a real hard fight against Barrios coming up. Tank's got a real hard fight because he's short. He's moving up a weight class. I don't know about this Barrios guy, but apparently everyone's saying it's gonna be a hard fight.
He's solid.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's solid. One fight where I thought he lost, I think, but they gave it to him, of course. But other than that, he beat the guy, Cowboy. He started out at 122, but he started when he the same age as Shakur, but he turned pro when he was like 18, and he just got bigger. You know how that go. But I got a question for you, EJ, because I know what you do. What's your thoughts now on Josh Taylor?
Oh yeah, I got shot. Yeah, that one. You remember that one, didn't it?
I haven't talked to you since then. Like, what's your thoughts now on Josh Taylor?
Hey, Ramirez is an idiot, bro. Ramirez is an idiot, by the way. He's a freaking idiot, right? Bro, he was piecing up Taylor. Don't tell me he wasn't now. Don't tell me he wasn't. Ramirez was piecing up
bad, bro. They cheat. They was going to cheat Josh Taylor. That's why I don't trust Bob Arum, man.
Oh, what do you mean they were going to cheat?
Bad. They was going to jerk them, except for it was going to be a draw if it wasn't for the knockdowns.
You funny as hell, bro. They were going to rub Josh Taylor. Ramirez is idiot.
Taylor is like Larry Bird, bro. I'm telling you, he the real deal, bro.
Hey, Josh Taylor, I give him credit. Ramirez is a fool. He was piecing up Josh Taylor. He walked over with his hands down and got clipped, and he never recovered. And Taylor just beat the cack out of him, bro. And I'm surprised about the scorecards. Like, he won by 2 points on the scorecard.
Yeah, they was going to cheat.
But we could talk about it. Let's bring it back. Let's bring it all back because the fight got touch. Troy's here. Big up to everyone in the chat. Losty, Phil, and all the rest of the guys in the chat, man. We got the Lost One in the chat. You know what I mean? Make sure you guys. Oh yeah, we got Iron Kong in the chat. Big up to all you guys in the chat listening. Now listen, right now, look. Last night, Shakur Stevenson was there. The TikTokers versus the YouTube. Did anyone see that? Anyone see that?
Man, I heard it was good though. Actually,
hey, no one really cared. Fight got tough.
Yeah, I saw the one fight between what's his name, Johnston, and the other guy, Sauerland or however you pronounce his last name.
Yeah, you wearing the Steiners. They had the Steiners headgear on, right?
Yes, with a very stylish headgear.
No, Steiner, not stylish. Steiner, Rick and Scott Steiner from those.
Oh, right. From wrestling, I got you. Yes, yes. The stylish Steiner headgear. Yes.
Yeah. Stupid wrestling headgear because they didn't want to wear boxing headgear, and like they were doing 5 2-minute rounds. I was like, wow, 5 2-minute rounds, you know, for a so-called exhibition. But if it's exhibition, how come they're the winner? But in any case, if you guys didn't see it, listen, they put on them YouTubers and TikTokers, they put on an event to be remembered. And it's
for real?
Yeah, social clubs, bro.
Wow.
It was wicked, yo. If you haven't seen it, yo, check it out. I'll put the links, Jalik, in your
Yeah.
I'm gonna put the links. I passed it to Fight Doctor. Trey, I passed you the links on your WhatsApp. Phil, you need to check him out. Listen, let me tell you something. They put on a show for Legacy. The show had like a wrestling feel, but they was in the same arena with Mayweather was, and they put on some fights. The matchups were well matched up. And you got prominent YouTubers against TikTokers.
Oh wow, okay.
I haven't got TikTok myself, so I didn't know nothing about. But they put on some fights, and this is the first of many. They got many a bigger event. They had the Jonathan Coachman on there. The way it was staged, it was better than Logan Paul and Mayweather in terms of the production. It was better in terms of, actually. No, we didn't talk about that. Everyone know about Mayweather got robbed, right? Everyone know about that, yeah.
So one of his friends stole some bags or whatever it was out of his house.
Oh, you heard it was a friend? You heard it was some.
Well, listen, look, whoever it was somebody who knows him. All right.
Yeah, that's how it is. To be honest with you,
it's somebody from his entourage. Trust. Didn't nobody just pick his lock, you know, and then break it to his house. No, it was somebody who knows him, somebody who knew he wouldn't be there or his security wouldn't be there or whoever. But yeah, it was definitely an inside job, no question.
I'm surprised it took this long. As much as he's been flaunting his money and that's all he ever talked about.
No, this isn't the first time. He hasn't
been robbed numerous times before.
Yeah, this isn't the first time. This is like the second time that I'm aware of.
I'm sure he got security at his crib, but cameras and all types of stuff, I'm sure. So
he had security in public too, and he got his hat snatched. So you know how good is his security?
Hey, who in their right mind is gonna mess with boxers though? Like, why would you even mess with a boxer? Like, that's crazy. Now, listen, the security he had in his place. Like, why would you mess with a boxer who's well known, who's rich in Vegas? Like, you know, it's one of them hoes from the girl collection. One of their boyfriends. They said, when he's out, just let me know when he's out and when he's in the strip club, and we're gonna roll up to the house. And because I think they stole handbags and they stole merchandise and stuff like that. But he's got $100,000 reward against them, so they're banging in trouble when he catches them. I'm telling you for free. I wouldn't like Mayweather coming after me with a bounty on my head.
Yeah,
I tell you what I would do, right? If I was the dude who stole it and he didn't know it was me, I would say, well, I got a lead on who stole it, and I would just lead him to where the stuff is, and I would get my reward.
Yeah, he might beat you
up.
I wouldn't trust Floyd because you might snitch him out. He knows that you're involved.
No, I just can't. I can't have any sympathy for him. All the man does is flaunt his money. I'm surprised he hasn't got robbed already. I really am.
Who's gonna rob Floyd?
I have no sympathy for him.
I can tell you who's going to rob Floyd. The people around him. That's who's going to rob him and who have been robbing him. And I can tell you why. Because I can promise you, the people who are in Floyd's immediate circle and his extended circle, they all probably hate him.
Why?
Why? Because the man is an idiot. The man is a narcissist. The man is a narcissist to the nth degree, of the highest order. All right. So I'm sure all he does is talk about himself. He probably puts down other people to make himself seem better and bigger. He's constantly talking down to people. Okay. So yeah, the people are for the same reason why he got robbed. It's the people around him because of who he is. All right. The man, look, he might be the most talented fighter ever. He might be that. All right. But as a person, he's very weak. And he's very shallow.
A fight doctor.
How do you know that? You never met him before.
You're right. I've never met him before. But just listen. The man loves to talk. He loves to hear himself talking. All you have to do is listen. Just listen to what he says.
We love to hear ourselves talk too. We on the panel. But fight doctor. Fight doctor, you just described, you know this this podcaster I know named D Jefferson. You just described him to a T, minus the great fighter and all that other wealth and stuff. But you just described him to a T. And please, yeah, likes to tear people down. He feels good doing that. Being an overall ass. Yeah, that's basically D Jefferson. Yeah.
You've been over there. You've been over D. He give you that work. He tried to give you that work. What happened?
I have nothing to say beyond that. I said what I said.
Okay, all right. Well, hey, Jalik knows what I'm talking about.
Y'all crazy. Sure, man, you crazy, man.
Jalik knows what I'm talking about. Me and D Jefferson, when we were nice, bro. So that's what Jalik knows what I'm talking about. So I know, like, he can be very, like, bullheaded, like. But listen, I don't think he deserves to be robbed. I feel he earned his money, and he said about he was robbing the public, but I think his ego was hurt because he didn't stop the fight, and I think he was shooting back at the press. But I don't think no one's got a right to burgle into a man's home when he earns. He don't think legally, earn his money legally. He ain't doing nothing criminal. And people want to see the fight. I mean, remember, most of the people pay for the fight were Logan Paul supporters, and there's loads of them. And Floyd, I supported Floyd. I paid for it, and I thought it was in an event. It was okay, but Floyd didn't get the stoppage. I was happy for Logan. I was happy for Logan Paul. I was like, well, he done all right to go the distance with Floyd. I didn't think he could do that. But, overall, I thought it was an okay event. Like, I think Floyd's ego was hurt. And I think he attacked the press because he thought they were going to attack him. You know what I mean? I think he was on the defensive. But you see, when you're a grown-ass man and you're the boss, no one can tell you that you're wrong. You know what I mean? And that's what happened with Floyd. I think he's vulnerable. One of them women, because you got loads of them hoes, they set him up. I think it was the girls.
It's actually true. That's what I'm saying. It's all allegedly. I don't know. Like,
It's allegedly. That's
it's be weird now. I don't know, like, what's really real now. I don't really know, man. Like, I don't really know. But you're right about. I don't know, man. Hey, EJ, I can't let you off on this Josh Taylor thing. You trying to talk about it because you was talking crazy.
But listen, it was almost going my way until Ramirez got too cocky and walked over him. But he was going my way. Don't tell me, Jalik.
Oh, you thought Ramirez was winning? I thought he was
winning the fight. He was winning the fight until he
for real? Oh no. What fight were you watching?
Oh man, what fight were you watching? Where you were?
Oh, he was getting beat, bro.
Nah, man, he was piecing up. He walked over with his hands down and he got checked. But look, let's talk about Clarissa Shields. Why are we here?
Yeah, that was she
go ahead.
The dudes need to learn from her, bro. She on some real, like, really changing the game. If you really break it down, because she promote herself. Her Salida, that guy that used to box, I think he fought that 140 Jewish guy. Like, she's doing it herself. Like, she's showing you how to really build up your own brand. Like, it's crazy because, like, I seen the highlight. I missed. I was like, I fell asleep or something, but I was like, wow. And then to come to find out that the female she fighting is not like some bum, like. So she's changing the game, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. I just started watching women's because of her, to be really honest with you. Because I don't really watch the woman, but her, she got me interested. I can't lie, man. Different, bro.
I've been watching women's boxing for years, and I truly appreciate her, man. I see what she's trying to do, and I'll support her in anything she does in the ring and all that. But yeah, I just think people are harsh on her for whatever reason because she's outspoken or whatever. But I don't see the wrong that she does. She's just outspoken.
She is outspoken.
And, in the ring of the octagon, she comes through when she applies herself. So I can't knock her down because I actually enjoy her fights.
Yeah, but and check it out though. She outspoken, but one thing I noticed about her is she real supportive of other females. Like Amanda Serrano or Kayla. She support other females. She goes to a fight, like she not no hater though. Like she's different, bro.
Yeah, I agree. She was getting beaten down. She was getting that fight.
She was losing. Yeah, she was losing. But I got a question for you, EJ.
Yeah, go ahead.
I got a question. How is it that the female, you have some female fighters in England that are making a ton of money? Who's the one that makes like $1 million or whatever a fight?
Taylor.
How do they do that over there and they can't do that over here?
Well, this
as
is the
far
thing,
as the
right?
people.
We don't
Yeah,
know. We don't know what Katie Taylor's saying. And Eddie Hearn's as no, he's a big time liar. So he gonna tell you Katie Taylor's
every
making.
promoter's a liar. Every
No,
promoter.
Eddie Hearn's the biggest. Because let me tell you this, right? Now, then think about this. Now, what major event has Katie Taylor headlined? Answer that question in front of a massive crowd.
I've never seen her fight, so I couldn't tell you.
She's never headlined a major event in front of a big crowd. But yet Eddie Hearn's going to tell everyone that she's making millions and she's earning. She ain't earning shit, right? None of them are. They're earning pennies. Clarissa Shields is the most highest paid women athlete out there in boxing. There's
No,
no
I don't think she's athlete. No, she's not the highest paid female athlete. No, she is.
boxing. In boxing. We're talking about boxing.
Okay.
All right, no, not like tennis or Serena Williams. No, we're talking boxing, right? So Eddie Hearn will tell you that these girls under me they earn the most money, but he's gonna say that like Eddie Hearn is the biggest bullshitter I've ever met, man. He can lie like I've never even met, and yeah,
I've
and
I've seen bigger.
EJ loves going against the UK 100% when they're on the bullshit, right? But Jaleel makes me laugh because Jaleel thinks Jaleel looks at me like EJ, I don't know where you're from. I don't know what kind of guy goes against his country, but Jaleel didn't understand, yeah.
Because John Taylor is the real deal, EJ, and you know boxing. I'm like,
Scotland, man. He's from Scotland. He ain't from England, bro. And let me tell you,
okay. So
let me tell you, I'm not really about like supporting guys when they do it. I'm about supporting guys when they win. I'm about winning. EJ's about winners. I don't really support big time losers. I always like to be on the winning side. That's why wherever the winning side is, I go. Now, talking about the money, Arson choice question, yeah. I'm trying to say to you now, in regards to things, I think Clarissa Shields, she gets every time she goes at least over a million. Now, Eddie Hearn will have you tell you that Katie Taylor gets a million. But I'm like, look at the opponents. Who knows the opponents and how many tickets do they sell? And Katie Taylor, she don't sell that many tickets because in Ireland they're not allowed professional boxing in Ireland no more. They're not allowed professional boxing in Ireland because of the situation. Yeah, because the Killer situation.
Oh,
they shot up the weigh-in, right? Amateur boxers, they have to come to the UK and fight because they have gyms.
Man, y'all got. Let me be honest with y'all, man. One day y'all gotta explain it because over here, like, I don't really understand. Like I'm not like a geography dude, and I went to public school, so I don't really understand like all the UK. I just say the UK, and I don't get like the small details. You feel what I'm saying?
Well, the UK is like
UK
is like the United States of America, right? The reason why it's called United States of America is because it's got a clump, because other countries all mixed in. Like, you know what I mean? They're all other countries mixed in to make the United States, right? So the UK, same thing, united. So you got England, Scotland, and Wales and Ireland. So they all make up the UK. But really, when it comes to England, right, the capital of England is London, and England runs everything. You know what I mean? England is the one that runs everything. They're like, I could say like maybe New York, right?
Okay, that would be like New York. Okay, and then
New York,
like different city. Okay.
Like Washington, Washington in America is the capital, but if anyone thinks of the headquarters of media, it'd probably be New York. But the headquarters that run the whole country is Washington. So London is like the headquarters, and everything goes there. London is the biggest capital in England, right? It's got the biggest
okay.
all of them, right? So now, when it comes down to people in London think differently from the rest, like people up north, you're talking about Sheffield, and you're talking about Birmingham, Manchester. They think differently, though. Even though we're from in the UK, that we have a kind of rivalry against each other sometimes. Because
okay, hold on, slow down a little bit. So those places that you name would be like Brooklyn and Manhattan and different things like that, right? Because those are just
yeah, you're right. Because America is so big, like Texas is bigger than England, isn't it?
Yeah,
Texas,
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, it would be.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is that in England we have our own little rivalries, even though we're cousins or related, we have our own little backwards and forwards each other. But when it comes down to it, and you're talking about fighters, for me in the UK, I'm about supporting winners. And if they're great fighters, and there's like Andy Joshua, I support Andy Joshua. I like Deontay Wilder. You know what I mean? I'm not so much a big fan of Tyson Fury, right? So I'm on like Shakur Stevenson and the rest of the guys. I like them guys, but I'm gonna be critical until they prove me wrong. I was very critical of Errol Spence, yeah, and then he convinced me. He won me over. So I'm like that. If you win me over, I'll support you. But if I remember again, if you're talking about a fighter, you're giving them airtime. So going back to the pay differential, Eddie Hearn will tell you that Katie Taylor's earning the most money, but I can always tell you, Clarissa Shields and the guy she works with, the promoter, I think they do a very good job of marketing and making. The only thing is I worry about her. It's like she's not on a major network, like she's not on Showtime no more. She's not on thing, so we don't really get a chance to brand, and she kind of controls everything about her, which she has to, because as a woman, they because it's 2-minute rounds, it's hard to market her, but she does a very good job of keeping herself relevant in America and putting herself as the goal. And you can tell her anything. What woman in their prime goes over to another company and beats a girl? The girl had 4 fights. She's experienced. She wasn't a journeyman. She had Clarissa with all kinds of trouble and rolls her over and beats the shit out of her. Bro, Clarissa Shields is she's one of the greatest of all time. But because she's not with the major promoters, she ain't getting that shine. But we're gonna give her roses there and then. So hey, Troy, to answer the question, Clarissa Shields is the highest paid until Eddie Hearn can bring the receipts. Out, you know what I mean? So that's my answer to you, Troy.
EJ too. I was backing up last night. I was like, EJ gonna say something about this. What about that dude, Ritson or something?
Yeah, you see, this is
by Mexican.
Well, listen to this. Talking about that, and someone asked me to talk about this. This is what I'm saying. These Louis Ritsons, these Callum Smiths, these Liam Smiths,
by Mexican,
these Billy Joe Saunders, all these guys are waste, man. Yeah, and Lossie knows, Katie's never made $1 million. Exactly. Eddie Hearn's full of shit, right? Even Eddie Hearn in our own country, we flame him up in our own country, right? So Eddie Hearn, Top Rank has not only embarrassed Eddie Hearn, but they've actually gone into his own patch. Top Rank has a deal with Sky Sports in England. You know that for 5 years. Everyone know about that, right?
Yeah.
Imagine that Eddie Hearn, right? They put Eddie Hearn chasing a fight that was never going to happen, and then he leaves Sky, and then Top Rank takes over. There's a 5-year deal with Sky. I mean, unbelievable. American company has lined up with a UK network, and Top Rank is going to be showing American fighters on UK. And Eddie Hearn is going with the zone. Now, let me tell you something about that DAZN. That DAZN, to me, it hasn't even been around for 10 years. In fact, it hasn't even been around for 5 years. I don't know if that app's going to work out. If another pandemic happens, they're gonna have to make cuts. They're gonna have to make cuts, and they might cut Eddie Hearn's contract. And then where is he going to go? And Andy Joshua hasn't signed with DAZN yet. He's still got to do what he's like.
That's smart. Yeah, that's smart for AJ, because AJ is bigger than just an app or something. He don't want to mess up his.
No, I know it's White. I know it's Dillian White. And if I was them, Andy Joshua's got a promotion license. He should do his own deal with Sky and promote his own fighters on Sky and get rid of Eddie Hearn. Let Eddie Hearn go to DAZN by himself. I wouldn't chase him nowhere. He don't know what he's doing. I mean, why would you leave Sky with the broadcasters and this, that, the other to go to an app that no one cares about? Like, really, truly, like, DAZN is okay. It's good for your money. But, bro, Chris Mannix and Sergio Mora and some of them guys, they are biased as hell, bro. I was listening to Jim Langley. Jim Langley's going to be doing the next Triller event.
Oh wow, they made it corporate then. Oh wow.
No. He's laid back. He'll do a couple. He's not.
So what? Why do they? Yeah, I'm not. I don't hate on people getting opportunities, but part of their theme was like being non-corporate.
No. Corporate options to come on. Like Al Bernstein was in the last one. Al Bernstein's corporate.
But homeboy. But homeboy start talking bias. But Bernstein ain't biased like Lampley. Lampley start crazy.
Lampley and the rest of the HBO commentary team, their bias is the stuff of legend.
Their bias is crazy, bro. They different, bro. He like, I don't know. He different. Bernstein ain't like that. Bernstein more level-headed. Bernstein ain't like him.
Bernstein was drinking on the broadcast, the last one, and Bernstein probably said, I ain't going back there. They're going to turn me into alcoholic. So Bernstein passed on this one, and I think Jim Langley's...
Why they ain't hire like Roy Jones? Wasn't Roy Jones on it? Oh, I heard Roy Jones. Oh, yeah.
They'll probably still be there. Other topics I want to cover as well. So, hey, let's talk about Manny Pacquiao and Spence. What do you guys think about that?
Spence is going to beat the brakes off of Pacquiao.
I got Spence beating him.
Look at this picture
I
here.
disagree with Fight Doctor, but go ahead.
Like, I got this picture here, right? You see the clock? Manny Pacquiao is bringing back the clock to the 90s. Can he turn back the clock, people, and beat? Now, Troy, I'll let Troy go first because Troy's got some intake on the drug testing and obviously, go ahead, Troy. You burning it, and everyone else jumping. Go ahead, Troy.
Well, I'm just gonna touch on Fight Doctor's comments that he's gonna beat the brakes off of him. Name a fighter that he's beat the brakes off of. Name a top fighter that Spencer beat the brakes off of for me, please. TikTok, baby, on the clock.
Top fighter that Spencer's beat the brakes off of. Well, you asked a question. I'm about to give an answer. If you could hold your horses for 2 seconds.
Come on.
A top fighter. I would say the best fighter that Spence has fought up to now is probably Sean Porter. That was a competitive fight. That was a very competitive fight.
Okay, well, he has beat the brakes off of no one. Thank you very much. Okay, now back to the. He's beat the brakes off of no top fighter. Thank you very much. Thank you. You're a scholar and a gentleman. Now back to what I was saying.
Now, having said that, when Spence beats the brakes off of Pacquiao, I hope that you have the cojones to come back onto this forum, all right, and explain how Spence didn't beat the brakes off of Manny Pacquiao. Yes?
I invite you to come on to my show and do it.
Okay, listen. As long as you can, after the fight, after Spence beats the brakes off of Pacquiao, just come back here and explain how that happened, okay? And how I was so wrong. Okay, and I'll be more than happy to return the favor and come into your forum and do the same. All right.
I'll do you one better. I'll come to both. How about that?
You got to show that, Troy. You got to.
It's a partnership, man. It's a partnership. But anyway, back to what I was saying, huh?
Who you in partnership with?
Major Key.
Major. Oh, so it is the more. Okay, I seen that. So okay, congrats, bro.
Yeah.
Major Key, you got a lot of integrate interview. That's amazing, bro.
Yeah. I put a link in your Twitter. But go ahead, Troy. Go ahead.
Yeah, because what I was saying was this: we were talking about the VADA test, and people are complaining that Pacquiao ain't signed up. Spence ain't signed up neither. And most people talking about VADA don't even know what it stands for. It's Voluntary Anti-Doping Association. The key word is the first word, voluntary. It's voluntary. You don't have to take it. Boxing has a drug test. I mean, I don't see Spence beating up Pacquiao based on his track record.
Wait. Hold on.
No. I'm not done, Fight Doctor. Let me finish. Based on his track record as a pro, I don't see him beating up Pacquiao because he hasn't beat up anybody that he's fought that was supposed to be top fighters. He hasn't. You can't. You couldn't name me one top fighter that he beat up. I'm not saying he can't win. I'm not saying he can't win. I'm simply saying it's not going to be this wash that everybody thinks it is.
How?
I just don't believe that.
Didn't he beat up Kell Brooks?
Yeah, he just gonna box him.
That was a competitive fight. It was no beat.
Yeah, nobody got a fight, but he beat him up though. It was competitive.
No, he didn't. No, it can't be competitive. No. You just contradict yourself. Either it has to be one or the other. It has to be one or the other. He didn't beat nobody else. No.
Wait, hold on. Let me say something, Doctor. So when Nigel Benn fought Gerald McClellan, and Gerald McClellan suffered a lot of punishment.
We're talking about Spence and Pacquiao, man. I'm not going round and round. Spence and Pacquiao, stay on point.
Competitive fight doesn't mean you get beat up. That's what you're saying. I'm asking you, well, in that case, then Nigel Benn did not beat up Gerald McClellan, yes or no?
Stay on point with Spence and Pacquiao. I'm not doing this with you today.
No, this
Spence and Pacquiao. No, sir.
No, this is a relevant point. You got to answer the question. So you're saying just because there are Spence,
I don't have to do a damn thing but stay beautiful and black, brother. I don't have to do a damn thing but that. I'm not answering that question.
I got Earl winning. I think Earl gonna win a unanimous decision, but it's gonna be some danger points in there because Manny do at least hit you with he at least crack you with a shot, and Earl. See, it's up to how Earl fight. But one thing about Earl, he do be like he do shell up, and he can't be doing that because he can't shell up like Joshua Clottey did. You feel me? and fight
Yeah, but here's the problem, right? I mean, so we all remember the dynamic Manny Pacquiao from 2009. Okay, the guy who beat up on Miguel Cotto and the rest.
Yeah.
But that guy is look. That's not who Manny Pacquiao 2021 is. He's not that guy anymore, right? Listen, listen. Pacquiao is done, and Pacquiao has been done since essentially the Marquez knockout. Yeah, he's beat. He's had a couple of wins, good wins since the Marquez knockout. But Marquez pretty much finished off what was Manny Pacquiao. All right. And last time we saw Manny Pacquiao was Keith Thurman, a Keith Thurman who looked like crap in his previous fight. Okay, a fight which Manny Pacquiao, realistically, had it not been for the knockdown, I don't know. Could have been a draw. Could have been a Keith Thurman win. Okay. It's not like he dominated Keith Thurman. I didn't see that fight. And this is a guy, Keith Thurman, who has looked like garbage since he came back from his injury. Yeah. And never mind the fact that when was the Keith Thurman fight? When was that fight? Almost 2 years?
2019, I believe.
Pacquiao's been on the ring for how long?
And he won that fight.
Since 2019.
And he's coming back to fight a guy who's, you may not consider him pound for pound number one, but he's in the conversation.
Well, Fight Doctor, don't you think on the flip side, don't you think Errol Spence may be something we need to take into cautionary because we haven't seen what him being tested and being dragged into deep waters after that accident that he received. So we haven't seen him get punched flushly where he reacted differently after the car accident. So that's something we should take into account because Manny Pacquiao could exploit that. He could.
I agree.
We also have to take into account that hold on. We also have to take into account that Errol Spence has shown that he's hittable. You saw his face after the Porter fight, and he also got caught by Danny. So he is a hittable fighter.
Yeah, he could get hit easily, but these guys didn't, pretty much have the power to, to really get his respect. I mean, maybe with the exception of Sean Porter to an extent, if he sat on his punches a bit more. But I can recall in the Lamont Peterson fight, Lamont was catching this guy with like seven flush shots, and he still wouldn't budge. Obviously, because Lamont's a smaller guy, naturally smaller dude. But yeah, to my point though, is that after that car accident, we don't know if he's really the same fighter after that. Yeah, Danny Garcia didn't look like he lost a step against Danny Garcia because Danny didn't really push him. But I'm just saying, in this case, I think Manny's going to push Errol Spence, and we may see a fighter that's completely not the same anymore. That's a possibility.
I think I don't know that Pacquiao at 42 has enough left in the tank to actually push Errol Spence. I mean, that's a question in itself. I mean, who is Manny Pacquiao in 2021? Honestly, who is
he? Hey, Fight Doctor, he's gonna push him, though. He definitely gonna have to. He ain't gonna just go in there and get an easy victory. But I definitely got Earl winning the fight. Unanimous decision, but it's gonna be some scary points in there for Earl because one thing about Earl, he's just shell up, and when you hit him, he just kind of like put himself in a high guard, and he just like freezes up in a sense. But he'll be able to control this fight. I got Earl winning the unanimous decision, but it's gonna be some danger points in there for him. But he'll win this fight.
Okay, well, to answer Fight Doctor's question as who Pacquiao is in 2021, he's the man who gave Thurman his first loss.
That was in 2019, sir. That was in 2019.
It doesn't change, but it's still on his record in 2020.
Yeah, but the question was, who is Manny Pacquiao in 2021? The Thurman fight was in 2019.
He's a 42-year-old fighter stepping in there with Errol Spence, a real fighter and not a YouTuber. And I am very proud of him for that. Next question, please.
I can't. Shout out to Fight Doctor, bro, because Fight Doctor won that bet against what's guy name Ralphie. I ain't gonna front though, bro. I can't be down with Fight Doctor. Fight Doctor knows boxing, bro.
No. Okay, listen. I got a bet for anybody in the chat that keeps saying that Pacquiao was on. I got some free money for all of y'all that's saying he's juicing and he's this. If you could bring me 100% proof I will give you $100. I will give you $100. That's my word as a man.
Hey, I'll
If
tell
you
you what,
could give me 100% proof
I have a
that
better
he's
proposition.
actually juicing
I
and
have
he's
a better
guilty,
proposition.
I'll give you
Okay,
$100.
all right, listen, because that's nonsense. That's a nonsensical bet. All right. So now, since you're so quick
How's that nonsense?
to wager,
How's that nonsense?
listen. Let me explain. Look, I'm more than happy to explain how what you're saying is nonsense. But before I get to that,
No. Why don't you explain how?
Since you appear to be a betting man, since you
Why don't you
appear to be a
explain?
betting,
No.
since you appear to be
Let's
a
stay
betting
on
man,
point.
put your
You said
money
what
where
I
your mouth
said is
is.
nonsense.
I got $100
Why don't
on
you
spin.
explain it?
I
Why don't you
have
tell me it was
$100 on.
nonsense?
Since you appear to be a betting man, all right.
I'm not a betting man. I'm actually making a point. Now, please explain why you say my words is nonsense.
You can make nonsensical bets, but a real bet, you want to hide behind your mother's skirt. I see how that works now. Like I said,
First and foremost, can you please tell me how my words are nonsense and don't bring up my mother again, please, okay?
When you find your
I
manhood,
want you to tell me how my words are nonsense.
$100 on Spence when you find your manhood, okay?
I want you to tell me how my words are nonsense.
I just
That's
did.
what you started on.
I just explained to you.
What you just did,
when you find your
does not
manhood,
explain
I
why you
have
say my words are
$100 on
nonsense.
Spence, okay? When
I
you
said
find your
explain
manhood,
how my words are nonsense.
I just did. Because
No,
you want to bet.
tell me how you did it. Tell me how you did it. Because tell me how you did it.
I'll be more than happy to explain. But listen, you have 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. And I'll let you figure it out, okay? Now, the reason why it's
yourself,
nonsense,
man, and stop being sarcastic.
you have 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. You have 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason, okay? I'll let you figure that out. Now, the reason why what you say is nonsense is because nobody has 100% proof of anything, okay? But
that is a great point. So you don't have to accuse somebody if you don't have 100%.
What I do have, here, I'll tell you what I do have. I'll tell you what I do have. I have $100 on Spence. Do you have your manhood?
How do you accuse someone if you don't have any proof?
on Spence. I have $100 on Spence. Do you have your manhood, sir? It's a simple question.
Do you have your manhood, sir?
It's a simple question. Do you have your manhood, sir? It is a simple question.
How do you accuse someone if you don't have any proof?
Do you have your manhood, sir?
Answer my sensible question. How do you accuse someone if you have no proof?
I'm answering your question. Do you have your manhood?
Why don't you come to my house? Why don't you come to my house naked and find out if I got my manhood? I'll be happy to take yours, okay?
I don't get down with the
tell me how.
I don't get down with the gay shit.
Tell me
now,
how do you accuse someone if you have no proof?
I have $100 on Spence. When you find your manhood, you know how to find me. Okay?
I would love to put my manhood in your mouth right now. That's what I like to do. But let's go back to the. Let's go back. Let's just stay on point of topic.
If you were down with the pride parade, and
I'm not listening to
with the rainbow colors, and if you were down with all of that, that's fine. Have at it, sir. Listen, love who you want. Live how you want. And if you wish to be alternative,
I love you all night long, baby. I promise you. Now, please
I don't get down with the alternative lifestyle movement. I'm not down. Okay, so you got to bark up a different tree. Okay.
Yo, you guys listening? Yo, listen. As you guys, yeah. No, he's right. Troy's right. No personal attacks, fight, doctor, man. Like you don't have to mention people's parents or nothing like that. And look, at the end of the day, like it comes down to this, yeah. Pick who you picking. Who you picking, Manny Pacquiao, or you picking Aerospace? Who you picking?
Who am I picking? I'm picking Errol Spence, and I have $100 for whenever a certain somebody finds their manhood. Okay, so
why you have to be personal like that? Don't fight out tonight. Troy's good people, man. Like I ain't gonna lie to you, Troy. I like the oldest senior citizens on the planet. Like Jalik's a youngster. With me, you guys can't be picking like that, man. You know what I mean? He's a youngster. It's a good role model. You guys will be role models, man.
You got Earl or Pacquiao, EJ?
On this one, yeah, I got Pacquiao whooping his ass because.
Wow, for real? Oh wow,
yeah, because I'll tell you why. The reason why Pacquiao took this fight because he knows Errol Space's face is bashed up, and look how he was running against Danny Garcia.
Well, that's I can't disagree with you on that. I don't like
that's why, man. He looked at it and said, "Yo,
and you know what?
It's like Keith Thurman. He only picked Keith Thurman when he saw Keith Thurman against Jose Lopez, and he saw that he wanted to say, So Pacquiao's gonna beat Errol Spence. It's up to Spence. Spence gets hit. Spence get hit. His legs gonna do a dance, bro. You know what I mean? Pacquiao's going. But you know what? Yeah, go ahead.
It's not the same exactly, but it's kind of similar. We both everybody is talking about how Shakur took those punches from Nakathila last night, and
Yeah,
we also see how Earl Spence took the punches from Danny. It's not
yeah.
the same exactly, but
No, but a car crash. But my
you,
man, my man. No, but
it's
see,
a little different.
Shakir. No, but Shakir's little baby, a little sport brat, right? That's why I look at him. He's a little sport brat, and I like winding him up because he cries. Then with Errol Spence, I like Errol Spence, but that car crash and his drinking habits, it's the right time for Pacquiao to cement his legacy. And his funny thing is, right? They shall say, "Oh, Pacquiao's better than Floyd." I was like, "Yo, Floyd beat Pacquiao. That's it, bruh. That's it. Like Floyd don't got nothing else to prove. He beat Pacquiao and he beat Alvarez. He don't need to fight no more. That's it. He beat the best. So if Pacquiao beats Errol Spence, it don't change anything. If anything, it makes Floyd look better. That's what it does. But I got Pacquiao winning the fight. Errol Spence looks like he's for the taking. And, Errol Spence should have fought Crawford. And his funny thing is Pacquiao don't want to touch Crawford because Crawford's still on his game. But if Crawford looks fragile, Pacquiao will come out of retirement and take that fight 100%. So I got Pacquiao. Troy, who you got?
Actually, I'm gonna go last because I know Dan hasn't spoken in a while, so I gotta, go ahead. Go ahead and give your answer, Dan.
Thanks, man. Thanks. Appreciate it. I'll be honest with you guys. This is one of the rarities I have to say. It's to me, it's 50-50. I can't pick a winner on this one because, I mean, in an ideal world, I know Spence may be the favorite because he's the bigger, stronger man. He's the more prime fighter than Manny Pacquiao. But you have to take into account, as EJ says, the car accident. I mean, the drinking habits. He's still drinking and still blowing up the weights after fights. That's not a good sign. Those two things together is definitely not good. And I don't know. And again, we haven't really seen him get pushed into deep waters after that car accident. So I have a feeling that Pacquiao is going to be the guy to do it. And like I said, to me, this is truly 50-50 fight. So I can't pick a winner. Maybe until it gets close to fight time when as the fight builds up, I might pick a winner, predict the winner, I should say. So as of right now, I'm going to just stay 50-50 on this one.
Yeah,
Okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead and give my prediction. I see it also as a 50-50 fight, but I'm rooting for Pacquiao simply because hey, I'm the older man and he's he's the older man out the bunch. But I do realize that Father Time is never lost. So maybe he could get old that night because I saw a lot of flaws when he fought Thurman. Thurman just couldn't, he couldn't capitalize on the fact that Pacquiao was slowed down. Yeah, Pacquiao was hittable as well. Pacquiao was very hittable. Spence is hittable, but I'm going to go with Pacquiao. He's still got the speed. He still carries some power, and let's see what happens when he catches Spence flush. Because as I stated, and as we know for a fact, that Spence is there to be hit. Porter proved that. Danny Garcia proved that. Hell, Mikey Garcia was tagging him somewhere too. So, and we just got to see. We just see.
yeah, it's gonna be
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
It's gonna be exciting though, because one thing about Pacquiao, man, he be coming to fight, man, even if he get knocked out. But Earl don't go to the body like he used to,
He ain't the same guy no more. He
Yeah.
hasn't since he stepped up.
Bro.
Keith Thurman and Errol Spence, since they stepped up, they ain't the same guy. But the funny thing is, Terrence Crawford wanted to win both of them. They don't want no part of Crawford. It's like these guys, as soon as they get somewhere to the top, they don't want no more. I've never heard anyone apart from what's his name again, the featherweight guy, Gary Russell Jr. call Crawford out, and Crawford's like, yeah, I'll take it. Like Crawford ain't trying to look at no Gary Russell Jr. because Gary Russell Jr. beat him in the amateurs. He's like, nah, I ain't trying to hit that. You know what I mean? You got work in your own division about you're trying to call me out. So anyone who calls Bud out, Bud's like, yeah, I'll see you. But the rest of them guys, Keith Thurman, these guys, we on the other side of the fence. If you get a belt, I'll fight you. Well, I got a belt now. What's up now? I'm gonna go fight someone else. It's like, yo, what you doing, bruh? Like Spence, he ain't the truth. No, is he the truth? Or is the truth darker? You know what I mean? We go like Pacquiao might listen, he might win that fight, but I think his reputation is gonna be tarnished. And he had a good reputation, but for whatever reason, he to stay on top, the lifestyle is catching up with him. Now, what we got this weekend? We got Inouye fighting this weekend. Inouye, the hype. Now
That
let me
shit
ask
do
you,
it.
that boy is no way number 2 pound for pound. Hell no.
I knew this was
No
coming.
one told me.
I can't agree with that.
There's no one gonna tell me that
I
guy's
ain't
number
gonna,
2.
now, I'm gonna tell you this though. If he go up to 122 and beat Stephen Fulton or Rais Salim or
Yeah.
Akhmadov, then I'm gonna have to get him. I'm gonna have to put him in the top 2. I'm gonna have to put him up there because that's big time. Because
He won't do it though. He won't do it though.
Serious.
He won't do it. He skipped over the super flyers. Well, that's the most talented division. So he definitely ain't gonna go that one. Also, we have Teofimo Lopez fighting George Kambosos. I don't even know this guy from Australia. I've never heard of him, but it's on Thriller in Miami. I never heard of this guy before. Jaime Manguia is fighting on the zone. I'm glad Jaime Manguia is fighting some guy. And also next week, Jamal Charlo's fighting one Mecca. What's his Macaz or whatever his name is? Yeah. Like so, Jamel Charlo's fighting as well. So we got quite a few. Hey, Julio Chavez Junior's fighting as well in Mexico. Pay-per-view card. He's fighting against Anderson Silva. You know what I mean? So MMA in a boxing match. You know what I'm saying? Julio Chavez Senior is fighting Hector Camacho Jr. on that card in Mexico. So Saturday, Felix Stern is back in Germany. So hey, next week is a stack. Yeah, I thought he retired as well. So we got a stack card. Let's go back to Inouye fight. Inouye, the number 1 hype job in all of boxing. I don't know why Dougie Fresh Fisher keeps putting these little flyweights up so in the pound for pound, and they always get exposed all the time.
EJ, bro.
You just mentioned is the go about the super series at bantamweight, so that's not an easy thing to do. It looks like you fought there.
Monster is psycho. He real.
Hey, Danae, he rejuvenated Danae's career. Danae was dead in the water. That guy helped Danae bring back his career, bro.
Yeah, true. He did.
Yeah,
I mean, he went through Roger Cayano. We didn't expect that to happen. And he went through Emmanuel Rodriguez. He went through these guys like butter on bread. He went through like they were nothing.
Danae broke his hand off in Inouye's head, and Inouye don't even want no rematch. You know what I'm saying? He don't want nothing to do with.
He actually just said it though. Yeah, he said it. He said it.
He said He said what?
You think no Dino Donaire beat him in the rematch?
Yeah, right now Donaire beats him in a rematch. Donaire's more confident now. Yeah, Donaire's is a world champion.
Well, the fight that I want him to go into John Rio Casimir. That was the fight we wanted to see, but then that fight called off.
He's fighting Rigo. That fight coming up soon.
I can't wait to see that, bro.
Rigo's old now, man.
Yeah, I don't like Rio Casimir in that fight, man.
But he moved down in weight though. Remember, he was fighting. First of all, he probably could have made 115. He was fighting at 122. So he fighting at 180. He might crack Homeboy's face open, bro. Casimiro.
I don't know, man.
Old,
Casimiro is very unorthodox and very wild.
Rigo, they said Lomachenko is one of the best amateurs to ever, but it was Rigo. Rigo was the best amateur ever, bro. Like it's just that they destroyed his career, bro. They just Top Rank destroyed his career. Yeah, they destroyed his career. Yeah, they messed up his career, man. Like Rigo, no one's better than Rigo. Rigo he's a savage, bro. I don't know why they kept saying he's boring. Lomachenko's fights are boring, man. Like, in fact, all them amateur fights, like Shakur Stevenson, a lot of them guys coming out the amateurs, they not no big knockout artists. They're not really exciting like that, I think Teofimo Lopez is pretty good though. He looked pretty good, but I think he don't go ahead.
Speak on that though, EJ, or whoever on the panel, because a lot of people think Rigo is boring, but I don't think Rigo is boring.
I don't think he's boring, but he's better.
No.
He's better than Crybaby. He's better than Crybaby Stevenson, isn't it? You hear what? I'm telling you, he's better than Crybaby.
Oh no, I guess everybody got their own opinions, man. Because I like Rigo, bro.
Yeah, I like Rigo as well. Rigo, one of my favorites, man. But Terrence Crawford is gonna die of old age before he gets any fights, man. What's he doing? Is he renewed his contract? What's he doing?
Yeah, that was. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know, but it's so much stuff to talk about. Why did Tiafimo re-sign with Top Rank and extend his deal?
Well, they gave him a sweet ass deal. That's the reason why they gave him what, two pay-per-view headliners plus an upgrade in his salary, his purses.
Oh, is it a major?
Yeah.
Is it major minimum? Is it like Crawford, like where he make a minimum of 3 million or something?
I don't think it's 3 million range, but definitely in the $1 million range, I believe.
Because it was already in the $1 million range, but
Well, his first $1 million payday was in the Lomachenko fight. So
that
I
changed.
think now,
I think his minimum was 1.2, so hopefully his minimum is in the $2 million range now.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's probably around there plus a couple of pay-per-view headliners. So yeah, they gave him a sweet ass deal. They don't want him going anywhere else.
So you think
And
that,
plus, I think ESPN
like,
talking press the top right
yeah,
now. Ten plus
you think
$1,000.
that's smart though? You think
Huh?
it was a smart idea for him to do that?
Um, Look, man, every contract is negotiable. If it's a sweet deal, then take it. But if it has the ironclad clauses, you have to look out for that because Don King needs to get away with that shit with all his fighters. You give him the $3 million purses, then he'll make these 80% deductions out of their purses, and they'll be left with 20%, which is bullshit. You know what I mean? So you really gotta look out for that. I don't think in this day and age, especially with the Muhammad Ali Act, things are kind of tight now with contracts with fighters and promoters. So I think it's a pretty good contract based off what I'm hearing. So the only thing Team is gonna have to do is that he's gonna have to make a profit back for the money they're spending on him. So that's the only thing he has to do.
So what they're gonna do, like Bob Arum is the king of, he's gonna force him to probably fight Lomachenko again in a rematch.
Yeah, this time it has to go up the weight though, because he ain't doing it at 135.
Well, bro, man, he gonna make him lose, bro. I can already see it, man.
Hey, let's talk about Wilder, bro, because like Wilder ain't hit the news for a while, so we're gonna bring up Wilder,
That's
man.
Tuesday, bro. That's
Huh?
Yeah, the press conference Tuesday.
It's Tuesday.
The press conference Tuesday for Wilder.
Yeah.
Yep, Wilder Fury. Yep.
Yep. The press conference. Yep.
When they fighting though, they fighting when?
July 24th.
July 24th.
All right. So what you guys think? I think Wilder gonna get his belts back. Anyone disagree?
You know what? Yeah, let me go on that one. Let me say something on that one. In my mind, I'm picking Fury to win it, but my gut tells me that Wilder may pull this out, man, because the way Fury's been behaving, man, the way he's acting, he seems a bit overconfident or he's complicit right now. I don't like the way I don't like his attitude right now. I really don't. Not saying he's not training, but it seems like he's just extremely overconfident about being Wilder. I don't know. But I will say this though, if Wilder does win, I know a lot of conspiracy theories are going to come out and say that, oh, that was set up for Wilder to win so they can get a fourth fight. I mean, that's what's going to happen if it comes down to that. So I look again. My mind tells me Fury, but my gut tells me I have a weird feeling that Wilder may pull this out. I mean, because that's how this fight's going to play out. But again, as I always say, when it gets close to fight time, I'll probably pick a defining winner at that point. So yeah.
Wow, if he pull this out, like how do you think he gonna pull it out? By decision or knockout?
Well, he might. This time around, I don't think he's really training for the knockout. The knockout will come. I think he's gonna try to, outpoint Fury in the rounds and then try to catch him in the later rounds. Try to find a way to tire fatigue him. So the way Wilder's going to have to win this fight is that he's going to have to take chances and fight in close quarters. He's got to put his punches together. Again, he was good at doing that early in his career, but he totally abandoned it because he relied too much on his power and his reach, and his distance. So he's going to have to go back to those fundamentals, and he's going to have to fight a more smart and tactical fight. Now that he's seen what Fury could do, you can see Fury could fight on the front foot, he could fight on the back foot, so he's going to have to be more prepared for those styles of fighting for Fury. So I think we're going to get a better, more prepared Deontay Wilder this time around. But again, I'm picking Fury to win it. But again, my gut tells me that Wilder may pull it out. He might catch Fury in the later rounds.
Yeah, I tell you what I got. I think Wilder's going to do him. What do you guys think, Troy? What do you think?
I think this is WWE at its finest, man. I think that this is set up already. Wilder already won the fight before he even threw one punch. That's what I truly believe. This is all a setup, and it was all planned from the beginning. There was never going to be a fight between Fury and oh boy here Joshua. Tyson just did that to build up his whatever his name, but this is a setup. Years ago, when they first fought, Wilder stated clearly, "I have a four-fight deal with Fury, and we're gonna block out Joshua and blah 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 blah." He already won the fight before he even threw one punch. I guarantee you, that Deontay Wilder will win. I guarantee you that.
Man, now I'm
I
worried now, man.
guarantee you.
I'm worried now. Hey, fight
Oh,
goes.
wow,
What you
you picking Deontay Wilder, Troy?
Yeah, I'm surprised, man.
Wow.
Listen to me. He
Talk
already
about that
won.
one.
This is a setup. He already won. He already won.
Wow.
I never heard that, man.
I
Hey,
don't know
fight-
what you do, Troy. What you started going back to church? You resolved like I ain't never heard you say nothing good about
I am
Wilder.
not picking him. Did you hear what I said? Did y'all
But I
listen to me?
heard you just
This
say
is a WWE setup fight. These fights have already been written. Who wins and how they're gonna win? It's a setup. He
Wait a
already
minute.
proved before he threw one
Hold on a second.
punch.
Wait. Hold on a second. Wait. You just said that you weren't picking Wilder to win, but before you said that, you said you were guaranteeing that Wilder will win. So which is
Yes,
it? Can you make it?
I
So which
said
is it?
clearly. Listen, man. Listen. I said clearly that this is WWE at its finest. That was my first. That was the first words that came out of my mouth. This is WWE at its finest. They already know who's going to win this fight. Wilder is.
wow.
Did you? Are you? I have to come across
So
clear to you.
first you
These
say
fights
Wilder's
are
going to
set
win,
up.
and then you say Wilder is not going to win, and
I
then you turn
never
around
said
and
he wasn't.
flip-flop.
Jesus Christ.
So,
Okay, but let me make it plain to
ladies
you.
and gentlemen,
These are
ladies
fixed
and gentlemen,
fights. They're all
ladies
set
and
up
gentlemen,
already.
I give
I said
you
it clearly out
Senator.
my own mouth. These fights are fixed. They set up. The man said years ago, "I have a full fight deal with him." This is just the third arm in this farce. He's gonna win this one, and then they're gonna have another fight after that. This is
Well, hey,
garbage. It's
Shorty, let me ask you a question. Let me
WWE.
follow up on that.
Ladies
When
and
did he
gentlemen,
exactly say that?
I present to you.
Hold up. When did Wilder say that? Because I totally missed that.
Yeah.
When did he say this?
Yeah. Troy?
What?
Troy?
I didn't hear you, man. I stepped away from my tablet. And what did you say?
Yeah, my bad, man. Yeah, you said that Wilder said years ago that he had a 4-fight deal with Tyson Fury. When did he say this? I may have missed it.
I read it. I don't remember where I read it. It was online, man. The man said,
Okay.
for just like he
Okay.
said he was gonna block out a Dillian White for X amount of years. The same thing here. This is all a setup.
Well, you
This
do
is
realize, of course, that the
setup.
internet is a beautiful thing, and that we all have access to Google, right? Yes.
Well, go Google it then, man. Go Google it and prove me wrong. Go Google it.
No, sir. First of all, nobody has to prove you wrong. The only proof here is that you have to prove that you know what the hell it is you're talking about, which you have failed to do. So, Google.
Why did
please.
you open your mouth, man? Why did you? If you're not trying to prove me wrong, do you have a point? Why did you open your freaking mouth?
Well, I can
prove me wrong.
I can tell you why I didn't open my mouth. Okay, and it's not because I wish to join your club. Promise. Okay, I didn't open my mouth for that reason. Okay, if that's what your inquiry was about. I told you, dude, I'm not down with Team Gay.
Anybody else has anything they want to say to me?
Come on.
Does
guys.
anybody
Let's
else have
get back
anything sensible and meaningful so we keep the conversation flowing, please?
Look, we don't have to keep the conversation going, but here it is. You could listen, ladies and gentlemen. I present to you Senator John Kerry, and who is secretly the leader of QAnon, because that's who you sound like right now, flip flopping with these
Hey, hold up. Fight.
flip flopping with these conspiracy theories.
Hold on. Fight. It's ain't nothing wrong with that. Like, if Troy heard that, he heard that. Like, why you going hard at him? Bro, he's halfway right. Like, cause look, this
Yeah,
is the
I was gonna say that. Look,
yeah, like,
can I
it's
say
like
something,
if you heard that, like, I never heard Troy. And as far as I know, him ever said anything that's lies, man. You can't be attacking him like that, fight doctor. You know what I mean? You're right. The earnest is on him to prove it. But if he said he heard it or read it, fine. It doesn't really matter.
Listen, what I want to know is how is it that Mr. Graham is the only person on this panel who has heard this whole 4-fight contract deal? And we have been literally talking about these two fighters fighting each other for years. years. And this is the first I've heard of a 4-fight contract. Okay. So, yeah, if there's any truth to this, please Google, sir. Google. I would love to see it.
Nah, he doesn't need to. He doesn't need to. That doesn't really matter. Like, as far as I'm concerned, I just wanted to hear everyone's opinion. So, fight, Doctor, who you got winning the fight?
Quite honestly, I mean, look, I'm going to reserve my pick until the weigh-in. I think when I see the weigh-in, when I see what Fury looks like, when I see what Wilder looks like, I'll be able to confidently make a pick. But right now, if you put a gun to my head, I would have to pick Fury.
Why?
Well, Fury knocked him out in the last fight and didn't look like he broke a sweat doing it. So
Wilder's got the super trainer who paints his nails and does soft porn. He's a super trainer now in Malik. So that's going to change the tide of the fight now, right?
I would not bet on that, sir. And like I said, the smart money goes on Fury at this point.
But Fury and Javante Hill, they're partying like they're in a time machine thing. They, Jonathan Hill playing all these mind games. You see the two of them partying and that they don't like them. Their heads are not right in there. Like Fury, he's been sniffing and poking and sniffing. No one knows what Fury's up to. Are you sure that Fury's got his head's in the right place for him to win this fight? Because
I'm not sure. That's the reason why I reserve my pick until the weigh-in, because I'm not sure. Listen, Fury is the big question mark here, right? Now, if the Fury from the last fight shows up, then he wins. But the question is, can or will the Fury from the last fight show up? And I don't know.
All right, Dan the man, go ahead.
Yeah. Like I said before, man, I think before I give my prediction out, let me just comment on one thing which Troy mentioned about fight setups. Let's not pretend that doesn't happen. That's always happened in boxing. It goes all the way back to, as far as I can remember. I know there was a fighter, great lightweight by the name of Ike Williams. Great lightweight, unbelievable fighter, all-time great. But the thing is that he even admitted after his career ended that he used to. There was times that he was asked to take bribes to put guys over in fights, and guarantee in exchange for higher purse salary. So I'm not saying that this is the case with Wilder and Fury, but let's not pretend that doesn't exist. So I just wanted to point that out. All right. Now this is it's not no means of trying to defend Troy's point, but he's not exactly he's not exactly wrong in this situation. It's a possibility, but we don't know. I mean, that's all I'm just saying. Now, as far as the prediction goes, like I said, though, I'm picking Fury. My head tells me Fury is going to win it, but my gut tells me that Wilder may pull this out based off Fury's behavior, the way he's approaching this fight. I just think he's a bit overconfident right now. He may be complicit at this point. He may be very complicit. He doesn't seem to be very, very motivated to win. That's just my opinion. I don't know. I know he says he's training this, that, and the third, but I mean, we don't know what's going on behind the scenes. I heard there's some friction within the Fury camp over this situation with Wilder. So I don't know. I mean, I guess I'll reserve my judgment towards the weigh-in as Fight Doctor says. But other than that, right now, like I said, I'll pick Fury. In my mind's picking Fury, but my gut tells me that Wilder may win that fight. So that's my take.
Mm. Well, everyone's interested.
I got a question.
Go ahead. I was gonna change it up though. But G, go ahead, G. Ask your question, G. Go ahead.
Because what Dan was saying, how focused he is. Is Sugar Hill training J-Rock for his next fight? Because that's in 2 weeks on the tank card in Atlanta. So if he's training, Sugar Hill would have to break camp and come all the way to Atlanta while homeboy is in the midst of camp. The little things like that kind of make a big difference. I was wondering if he still is training J-Rock and if he's going to be in Atlanta.
Yeah, that's a good point, because I know he's training J-Rock Williams, so I don't know how that's going to work.
Exactly. And then he's J-Rock, so that's why I don't know.
Unless Sugar Hill is sending one of his assistants over to be the head trainer.
Exactly.
But I don't know, but that's definitely something.
This shit with J-Rock, I don't know, man. That's going to be a big difference because LA and Atlanta is that's on two sides of the country. So that flight and all that, I don't know, man.
All right, let me ask you guys. Let me ask you guys a question now. Yeah, are the YouTubers upstaging the actual professional fighters? Because right now, I'm not gonna lie to you, but if you ain't seen the TikTok event, I passed the links now. Like the TikTok event between the YouTubers, they're actually getting the fight. They bypassing all the top promoters. They're putting on the fights, and it seemed like to me the promoters are the reason why. Like the Al Heymans and the Bob Arams, De La Hoyas, the Eddie Hearns. Well, maybe not Eddie Hearn. He kind of he does because he stopped the Wilder fight, right? But some of these promoters, for whatever reason, they stop in fight. But the YouTubers are staging, they're making fights easy, right? They just talk amongst each other. They make the fight. They get the venue, no top promoter, and like mega events. Now, because they're doing that, they're making some boxers look like, yo, we're fighting. Why are you fighting? You know what I mean? What are you hanging around for? Like Crawford, Spence, lucky Spence is fighting him, but who's Crawford ain't got no dancing partner now. You know what I mean? Why Tyson Fury and AJ know what happened? Why AJ and Wilder don't happen? You know what I mean? Okay, Fury and Wilder are busy. Then AJ Usyk, what's going on AJ? Why is AJ taking long to secure the Usyk fight? You know what I'm trying to say to you? In the cruiserweight division, who's the number one there? No one cares. In the light heavyweight division, who's better be fighting to secure his place as a number one cruiserweight? Moving down again, the next guy, where's all these guys? Yeah,
Canelo,
yeah, Canelo. Who's Canelo fighting? He gonna keep fighting the UK bums. You know what I mean? What the lightweight division? The lightweight division. Why is Teofimo Lopez not fighting against Devin Haney? Not fighting against Ryan Garcia? Not fighting against Tank Davis? Why are these bums not fighting each other in the featherweight division? Why Josh Taylor? He looked like he got that beat by that messing guy, Lara. That was a good beat. I enjoyed that shit. That was one of the best beatdowns I've ever seen, right? If you ain't seen it, go check it out. Why is Gary Russell Jr. not trying to unify the division at featherweight? What is Crybaby doing? Crybaby wants to fight Jamal Herron. Leave Herron alone. Herron just got off a great fight and beat a great fighter in Carframpton. So the whole state of boxing is waste. Mega fights, Tyson Fury, Wilder. Hopefully Wilder beats his ass and gets the belts back. Because Wilder is a guy that I like that he was busy. When Wilder was a champion, he was active, he was talking cash money shit, and I liked him. AJ was busy. They should have both fight each other. The biggest mistake Eddie Hearn ever did is involve himself with the Fury. They should have never done nothing with him because it was easy for the Wilder fight to happen. They could have been one undisputed. They could have fought each other 3 times already. And that's what I'm saying to you. Boxing is killing it. It's not really killing itself, but it's holding up its own self. But the YouTubers are getting the fight. Look at this marriage right here between YouTuber and Floyd with his new hair. You know what I mean? I mean, listen, Floyd Mayweather and Conor McGregor set this tone, and now all these youngsters are coming into boxing. Now, people might not like it, but these YouTubers are boxers. They're bringing a whole new young generation into boxing. Jalik, I like it. I like it. What do you guys think of the YouTubers coming into boxing?
Yo, I like Jake Paul, bro. Jake Paul, Logan Paul. I'm telling y'all, Jake Paul versus KSI is going to be huge. Trust. It's going to be.
Well, he's got Tyron Woodley coming up. I think that's going to do big numbers on pay-per-view.
That's what they get, and I don't get boxers. I don't understand why Teofimo, he got all the leverage, and he going to re-sign with Bob Arum. Bob Arum, we already showed you how it is. Now, like I said, I want these guys to make their money, but I personally, why would you sign with a guy that just basically told you he don't care about you? Like, I don't get it. So, and then who else is he going to fight? That's a big pay-per-view. And these YouTubers is letting you know, like, hey, they got their own lane and they building up their lane. So, hey, I like it, yo. I like Jake Paul. I like Jake, bro.
Yeah, I think Jake Paul and Logan Paul should be promoters of boxers, and they should they can make the big fights. Because all they gotta do is sign listen, Al Heyman, all they gotta do, sign one of the big fights and go, look, we'll make you more money. Eddie Hearn won't make them more money than Logan Paul and Jake, because they got all the, you know why? Because think about this, right? If you're a fighter and you sign to Logan Paul or Jake Paul, your YouTube's gonna blow up overnight. You're gonna have 1 million subscribers already. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You already set. You're already making money. You don't have to pay no promoter because they're the promoter, right? And then in terms of the fights, you control the A side. So this whole A side thing in boxing, And look, between Floyd and thing, it's 50-50 because Logan Paul brought money, Mayweather brought money. They both gonna make money together, right? So what's happening in boxing is like, guys, when I'm the A side, I deserve to control this. I deserve to control that. Boxers need to get back to the idea. What Troy was saying earlier on, sacrifice is not worth it. Like if I know I can beat him, give me less money. I don't care. I'll fight. But guys are trying to hold on, and then they're holding on to starting it. The YouTubers are taking over boxing, bruh. I mean, real talk. They're coming in strong. That event they had, Social Gloves, was popping, and it wasn't really highly promoted in the boxing world. But my gosh, if you haven't seen it, they had a whole arena. They had the Miami Dolphin Arena, and it wasn't jam-packed of fans. But in terms of the social media thing, it was big. And we're all YouTubers, and I didn't know about it. Did you know about it? I didn't know about it until the day.
Yeah, I knew about it for quite some time.
I think Regis Prograde was there. He was in somebody's corner.
Yeah, Prograde was in the corner of Austin McBroom. He was there.
You know what? I was going to watch. I seen Ryan Garcia dad was training somebody because Ryan Garcia brother Sean and Ryan Garcia dad. I don't know who the person he was training, but I seen him. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's what I'm telling you. Listen, if boxing don't get himself together, one of them YouTube guys are gonna be a world champion, bro. and you know what? That's
gonna be Jake Paul. I predict Jake Paul will be the
That's a big far fetch.
No, Trey. Nah, I reckon Jake Paul's gonna be a world champion, bro. I think Jake Paul can win a world championship belt, bro.
What about he gonna fight Lawrence Okolie?
Against who?
Beat Lawrence Okolie.
He could beat people like Joe Smith Jr. I'll put him against him.
If he move up to cruiserweight,
he's a cruiserweight.
Maybe
he could beat some of them cruiserweights, man. Like, see the thing,
you guys beat Joe Smith Jr.
Oh, yeah,
Look, listen, let me tell you something. See, look, you gotta understand that most of these boxers in the first half of their career, they fight journeymen, bruh. They fight beer stiffs and journeymen. So what's the difference? He's fighting celebrity journeymen. You know what I'm saying? Like, so. All right, and they have an amateur career. He's 23. Like they older than him, right? So he gets the right training, and if he can beat these guys, I'm telling you, I can see it because he's. So you gotta understand that I train fighters from age of 14 upwards, right? Their learning curve is quicker. Jake Paul has shown that he has a high learning curve. He actually gets things quick. Right, he's getting better, and all you're gonna do is give him more confidence. So if you give him confidence, like he's knocking off these MMA guys, all you gotta do is slowly give him some good boxers, and then it's on and rolling, bro. It'll be on and rolling. He might get hurt in that, but I can see him beating and picking up a world belt, bro. Real talk.
You hear, EJ, what did that Mark say? What did he talk about?
You don't know too much about Jake Paul. I mean, Joe Smith.
We're YouTubers though. You turn it into a joke. Yeah, don't ever listen to yourself. Yeah, discussing this, brother. You is casual. Listen, let me tell you something, Mark Davis. Yeah, we are YouTubers. You idiot. What the heck you talking about? We're YouTubers. Do you know that from me being a YouTuber, I actually got my media credentials while I was on YouTube. I got my pro boxing license while I've been a YouTuber. Amateur license YouTuber, professional judge. Why? If it wasn't for YouTube, I wouldn't have got that. Logan Paul, they from being on YouTube, they become professional boxers. What are you talking about? Yeah. So I'm telling you, all I did is just talk boxing. I never knew that I was gonna. And anything you focus on expands. So you guys talking. Look at Trey. He does interviews. Everyone does something in boxing here. So don't get twisted about why am I talking about TikToker, because the next thing you know, these TikTokers and YouTube, in 5 years' time, they're going to revolution the sport. All these old, antiquated promoters stealing from boxers. Listen to this, right? Let me show you something. So the boxer gets 80% of his purse. He has to give the promoter 25% of his purse. Then he has to give the manager another 25% of his purse. How much is that? That's 50% of his purse, right? Then he has to give the trainer 10%. So how much is left for the fighter, bro?
And then taxes, right? And then taxes, right?
No, and then taxes. And right, they're stealing from the boxer. YouTubers and TikTokers, they don't got no manager. They promote themselves. Every money goes to them. So who's winning? They doing things the right way, bro. So don't tell me about TikTokers and YouTubers when they doing things the right way and they're making sure they get all their money they deserve. So I don't want to hear no bullshit. about EJ's casual. You're casual. You live in a dinosaur world where these people have been robbing fighters for years, and all you wanted to see, and Mayweather's broke the matrix as well, because all they like to see is fighters broke. Oh, he was a great fighter. He ended up broken, blind in a cellar. You like talking about Sam Lamford? Nah, man. Nah.
That's true though, bro. You make
Jack
some
Johnson.
points,
So
DJ.
Jack Johnson, you got the police, you got the law chasing Jack Johnson, making up bloody rules and called a Mann Act and running him out the country because he like white. Nah, man, nah. Mayweather and all these revolutions, they revolution the sport of combat sport, and I'm on it. So I don't want to hear about clueless, casual, or whatever you're talking about. I don't even know who you are. Like you're the
purist. See, it's always gonna be purist, and I get it too because I like boxing too. But you got to think outside the box, bro. Like it's not cool about like giving up your leverage. Like I don't know if Teofimo made a good choice, man. He got all the leverage right now. He could have. We gonna see, man, because I know how fighters are. I would listen, man. Everybody, I'm sure everybody on here seen De La Hoya versus Shane Mosley too, right? The Shane Mosley was juiced up. He was working with Victor Conte. Everybody know if you look in between the lines, Oscar De La Hoya was trying to leave Bob Arum and start his own thing because around the same time, 2003, because that's when Barrera, his first fighter, fought Manny Pacquiao. Everybody know that De La Hoya low-key won that fight, bro, but they gave it to Shane Mosley. See, that's how Bob Arum is. It's just all about control. So Teofimo, man, he got to do his research, bro. These fighters, I don't know why I don't know, man. Man,
they're like abused women. They're like abused.
Yeah, I'm gonna take off.
Bro. They don't.
What's that, Dan?
I'm about to take off. It was good talking to y'all. All right.
All right, Dan. Peace out, Dan. Nice one. Take care, bro. Hey, the boxers are like abused women. You know when the husband batters the women, that's what they're like. They're abused, man. Like they've been taken advantage of so many times, yeah. And the YouTubers and the TikTokers, like they making sure every penny goes to them, and like people are hating on them, but they're the smart. Mayweather, and what he self-promoting himself. Every fighter does that now, self-promotes themselves. Ali used to do all the heavy lifting in the promotion. I mean, what did them promoters really do when Ali was there? Bob, what's his name? Don King. Don King learned everything from Ali, bruh. Ali was the man who changed the whole game. Before he came in, they never used to talk. He changed the whole game. You know what I'm saying? What's Mark, man? My man, Mark. You still talking, Mark? What you saying? You're confused pro boxer, yeah? Circus act. You target organs is what? What?
It's all about entertaining. Nobody
Yo, bro. Listen, Mark. If you want to jump on the channel, man, you're welcome to give your points, bro. Yeah, I'll give it to you nicely, but real talk, yeah. End of the day, you're entitled to your opinion. I appreciate, yeah. But end of the day, I'm gonna talk about what's relevant in the sport. The YouTubers and the TikTokers are getting the fights on, and the professional fights are not doing it. Why is that? You know what I mean? Why is that? They're wasting their time, and they're all getting older. Like, why we got to fight old Pacquiao when you got prime Crawford over there? Errol Spence, answer that question for me, bro. You know what I mean? Why are you getting a car crash anyway? You know what I mean? That's the welterweight division. Go ahead.
Yeah, EJ, I think that we're confusing or crossing the line between what's real boxing and entertainment. Those YouTubers are just entertainment. They're not real boxers. Okay. Let me explain something to you.
Yeah.
There's no way that Logan will beat Joe Smith Jr. Joe Smith Jr. will knock him out.
I don't know about that, bro, because I seen.
Of course you don't know, but I do.
Yeah.
But I do.
Why would you
Joe Smith Jr. will knock him out in 1 or 2 rounds.
Not necessarily.
He's not a real fighter.
Not necessarily.
He's not a real fighter.
Well, he's heavier than them. Logan.
And first of all, he hasn't fought any professional boxer. He hasn't fought one. So
well,
all this.
If
he hasn't fought one boxer.
Did you see Joe Smith last fight, bro? He looked like.
Yes.
Joe Smith is a pro. Joe Smith is a pro. This dude has never stepped in the ring with a boxer.
He should retire, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. Joe Smith look like he should retire.
No. Okay, hear me out though, y'all. You talking about a man in Logan who's never fought a professional fighter. Joe Smith is a professional fighter.
Jake and Logan is two different fighters, bro. Like Jake
one of them has stepped in the ring with a professional boxer. Neither one.
But it's the same thing as guys that's come from the Olympics and they fight a guy that won it.
His brother.
Those guys have been training for years. No.
But the higher weight, some people start later. I'm not saying up, and then he moving up 25 pounds. But Jake Smith, Joe Smith looked like this man. He was
fighting another professional. He's gonna come and wait. I'll guarantee this man is a prideful man. He's a blue collar man. He'll come in better shape and knock this child out.
How you think Floyd felt when he went the distance against the older brother? You saw how that went, right?
Floyd has never been a knockout. When has he ever been a knockout guy? When?
But look at Floyd. Floyd was so embarrassed, man. And I'm trying
Good
to tell
for him.
you,
He should be embarrassed.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say to you is that them so-called novices, they're millionaires. They bring in the best trainers and sparring available. That they pay. This is what the people don't understand. Like when you have that sort of lucrative money, you bring in the best people possible to get you ready.
I tell you what.
Go ahead.
I tell you what. I could take both them brothers to this gym in Baltimore or Umar Boxing and put them in with guys that have been training for years who are not pros. Those guys will wipe the floor with them.
I know
they kick their ass.
I know they would, but what I'm talking about, Joe Smith Jr. is shot to bits.
He's a professional.
Joe Smith Jr.
And he's a puncher. Joe Smith is a puncher.
Listen, he's flat-footed. Stylistically, he's flat-footed. He walks in straight lines, and he's tailor-made for Jake Paul to knock his head off. And Jake Paul's heavier than him. Jake Paul's a cruiserweight. So I'm saying to you, Jake Paul would knock him into next week, bro.
Jake Paul is an internet bum. He's not a real fighter.
What's happening, Trey? Yeah, is you're not gonna give them credit, but what I'm trying to tell you is that
there's nothing to give them credit for.
They're gonna be a world champion, bro. That's what I'm trying to tell you. They're gonna be a world champion, like Jake Paul's gonna be a world boxing champion.
Game. Will they be world champion?
Nah, well, okay, all right. Well, you know the thing is,
I tell you what, the Fall brothers, bro. Look at Chad Ross. He said Joe Smith. They sleeping on Jake Paul, bro. All right. Joe Smith.
Wait. I have a question. If Jake Paul were to be a world champion, my question would be at what weight?
Cruiserweight.
Yeah, I don't see that happening.
Who knows, man? Even if you don't,
and cruiserweights are so bad. Them cruiserweights are so bad. Like he gonna beat one of them. That's what I'm trying to say. The boxing is this is what I'm trying to say to you, Fight Dr. Troy. Boxing is so poor, right? That they could easily beat one of these whack-ass champions, man. Whack-ass. They don't want to fight each other, and all they want is the big money, and they don't want to give nothing up. The Logan Paul can come in straight away and say, look, I'll give you your biggest payday. Just give up. Just let me beat you. Let me beat you, and I'll give you another $1 million. You can't get a fixed fight? You don't think they can take a belt, Troy?
Well, I mean, if the question is, can Logan Paul get a fixed fight, then the answer to that question is yes.
Yes.
But in an honest contest against a guy top 10 at cruiser, I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
How much if it Mayweather got paid here to go the distance by Logan Paul? Look, if you let me go the distance, I'll give you another 10 mil. How you know Mayweather never made that bet?
Listen. Mayweather already told us what the story was. Leading up to the fight, he told us it was a robbery. So we already know whatever the situation, whatever the case might be, the outcome was predetermined. Okay, we know this. So the question is, if Jake Paul can take this and translate it into some other fight with a top 10 cruiserweight, then yeah, sure, of course, that could happen. No question.
Told you, Trey. So I'm trying to tell you. So I tell Trey. Trey don't want to hear that. I tell you, it's not. I'm telling you because they.
No, but Floyd is washed up and he's way smaller than this dude, and he could knock him out.
Mike Tyson would knock both the Pauls out and Mayweather together. How about them apples? So
why don't he fight Roy Jones then?
Ain't no one trying to fight no Roy Jones, bro.
Listen, I was just commenting the other night. I swept him down. I was just talking to my cousin last night that I think Roy Jones right now could beat Logan Paul. Yeah, right now.
Yeah, he would.
He beat him. He knock him out.
Beat both the brothers.
I think it'll be close though. I think it'll be close though. I think Logan Paul will be close though. Cause Roy Jones shots the bit. You got what I mean? Like Put Mildred Taylor in there. You don't think Jake Paul wouldn't beat Mildred Taylor? Like some of these fighters are shot
Come
to
on, man.
bits.
Come on.
Yeah,
Mildred Taylor's a former 140 pounder. Okay, you can put Logan Paul in there with the greatest featherweight who ever lived. At the end of the day, it's a heavyweight versus a featherweight. So we know how that's gonna roll. But
Listen, these YouTubers, they're taking over boxing, bro. The YouTubers,
Why don't he fight Holyfield then?
See, a
Why
lot
don't
of
he fight
people want
Holyfield?
change. They just want everything to be the same.
No, they ain't trying to fight no bloody Evander Holyfield. That's a hard
Why
work,
not?
man.
Why not? He's
It's
old.
hard.
He's almost 60.
Listen, you know, I won't be listen, you know what give me joy? I won't want to see that anyway because I remember it hurt me, to see boxers go over to MMA and get beat up by these dudes, right? So I want to see no YouTuber beating up some credible boxer, but because they ain't trying to do that, they're trying to knock off them MMA guys because MMA don't want them over there. They don't want no YouTubers and whatever. They try.
Why don't he fight Ray Mercer then?
Nah, he don't try to fight no Ray Mercer. Who was
Why not?
You know
why
why
not?
not? You know why.
Let me ask you this. Hey, Troy, when a guy comes from the Olympics, right, and he wins the gold medal, and in their second or third fight, are you asking for them to fight these top names, or you allow them to develop unless you Lomachenko?
Why would I do that? Why would I do that? We're talking about, because he said that because he said no, because he said these social media bums are going to be champion. So why can't I say it?
They might. You never know though, bro. Like why
they're never going to be champ. And I'm going to go to my grave knowing that they're never going to be champions.
You also got to realize that the business of boxing is better.
You ain't go to your grave. They're going to be one of them going to be a world champion. I'm telling you, bro.
You got to realize that the business of boxing is better for them to win because maybe it inspire fighters.
They're not a part of boxing. People keep equating them with boxing. They're not in boxing at all. They're in the entertainment business. They're not in boxing.
They're boxing.
They have never stepped in.
All right, man.
They're amateurs, right? Fighting each other. But out of them amateurs, because they have their own little league, right? YouTube, TikTok league. Out of that league, one of them guys is gonna emerge to become. This is the thing is they don't see it. I see it already. One of these guys who started on YouTube, right? And this is the thing. Devin Haney started his career. Devin Haney TV. He was on YouTube. He was a professional boxer. I remember when he was 15, and his first fight was in Mexico. Devin Haney, what's that?
He was an amateur boxer when he first started.
I agree with you. But what I'm saying is that one of these guys who had no amateur experience, right? I can see one of them just breaking out and becoming a world champion. What a great story that was. Someone who's on YouTube playing games, eating. No. I think it'd be a hell of a story. Like a hell of a story. That's very inspiring. No, because you know why I say that? Because no, you know why? Because most of these youths, these kids, and Jalik knows what I'm talking about, like Battle Hub. Have you seen Battle Hub? How much stone does Battle Hub weigh? All he does is play games every day. Eat, go home, eat, play game, play Call of Duty. That's all he does. And it shows you that if you focus on in going to the ring and learning your craft, you could become a good boxer. I wouldn't be surprised if it'd be a great story to see one of these guys there, and it'd be inspirational for other people. Because this is what I'm saying to you, Troy. Boxing needs young blood. They need your leaks. They need their Logan Pauls. They need your Jake Pauls to put new blood.
Boxing has those. They're just not pushing them. They have
the average guy who was fighting is like 30 plus, bro. The average guy who was boxing is 30 plus. That's loose, man. Young guys don't watch boxing. They already have the youngsters.
No. But let me say this. They already have the youngsters. They're just not marketing them. They have them. I can rattle off. Look, they have the Ennises, they have the Ortizes, they have the Jamal Williams, they have the Tiafimos, they have the Haney's, they have the Tanks.
No,
they
you
have
understand
the young
YouTubers. No, you don't understand the YouTubers, yeah. Right?
I don't give a damn about them. I just name a bunch of young boxers.
No, the YouTubers. They're cool.
You know what it is? It's these boxing purists, man. You got these boxing purists.
What are you talking about? Just named a bunch of young boxers. You want to hear talking about social media guys should come out and box. But you trying to get somebody hurt.
It's bigger than just social.
I don't have to get it. It's foolishness. I just named a bunch of young boxers, real boxers, but we focusing on internet guys for what reason?
It's not.
Why are we focusing on internet guys? Why? Because of money?
No, man. Go ahead and be a purist.
Okay, tell me something then. Why don't you put all that energy into marketing the young guys? Why would you push these internet guys? That doesn't help the sport. It doesn't help the sport at all.
Bigger. But see, the thing about it is the stuff that they're doing, the fact that they're making the fights and having their own leverage and building up their brand. If boxers
that's been in boxing for years since before you were born.
But
that's been in boxing since before you were born.
But see, the boxer, look at purity of female. Bob Arum treat him like he nothing, and he resigns a contract with him.
But that's his foolishness. But let me explain something to you. Nothing in boxing is new. Floyd is not doing anything new in boxing as far as what he's doing with his own career and how he's marketing himself. That's not new. There's been fighters that have been out that was alive before he was born and before his daddy was born that did that. Okay? Joe Gans, Sugar Ray Robinson, Hopkins, Sugar Ray Leonard. Ali bought himself out his contract when he signed to the Muslims. But all these cats, they were free agents, man. Dillian White, the free freaking agent too.
Hey Troy, how far?
No, yeah.
Hey Troy, when you went to school, how far did you have to walk to go to school? Like 10 miles? You got them stories? How far did you have to walk?
I walked a couple of blocks to school, man. I walked a couple of blocks. That's it.
Like, oh, that's nothing. I had to walk.
What I'm hearing, you could be a wise ass all you want, but what I'm hearing is this. Is you telling me because of my age, I don't know this or that and that. I've lived twice your life already. So please don't tell me I don't know what I'm talking about. That has nothing to do with it. I don't see how I just rattled off a bunch of young boxers, right?
Trey, why you go wind up Trey, give Troy a heart attack? Y'all stop playing around, G. Yo, Troy,
Troy is a purist. It's all good. That's Troy, good people's man. Troy is a boxing purist. Like he probably got on his wall. Yeah, he's a purist. He probably got all these guys on his wall right now. Like
ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But listen,
he got Monster Inouye on painting. He got a Monster Inouye tattoo on his back.
You be winding me up. Hey, Fight Doctor, what do you think about the YouTubers taking over, Fight Doctor? Because he ain't said nothing.
Well, so here's what I think. It's all about, at the end of the day, the market is driven by the casual fan, right? So now, like, we are hardcore fans, and probably the most of the audience listening are hardcore boxing fans. But we, unfortunately, don't drive the market.
That's right.
And EJ, you touched on a good point that boxing needs fresh blood.
Yes,
exactly.
And you know, is Logan Paul and that whole clique, are they a circus? Sure, of course. But it's boxing has always had this entertainment aspect to it.
Exactly.
And the money is in entertaining the casual fans. Bread and circuses, okay? And so if Logan Paul can capture that, and in the process of capturing this casual audience can put some shine on the hardcore aspects of the sport of boxing, then ultimately it's good for the sport of boxing. Ultimately.
Yes. Look, because
exactly.
I understand Jalik is like one of the youngest YouTubers out here, right? There ain't many guys that and Jalik is okay. The other guys, are young. There's some cornballs out there, right? I ain't nothing wrong with them, but the Jalik's, he's okay, right? Now, how many Jaliks are there? How many Jalik?
Look, just to use another definition, this is for Troy the purist. Look at television right now. Reality TV has taken over, hasn't it? And a lot of people think reality TV is trash, it's scripted, and you don't got regular shows on no more. But guess what? That's normal now. It's literally normal to watch reality TV than other shows. Even Discovery Channel, if you like watching animals and stuff like I do, they got reality shows. That's everything changes because it's all about money. So you got to take yourself out the picture and say, okay, I'm a diehard, like Fight Doctor said, and realize what really goes on behind the scenes is literally just about money. in ratings. That's
I
all
got
they
to go, fellas. But yeah, it's been good though. I got some work to do, man. I got some
All right, Troy, take
work.
it easy, bro.
Hey, Troy, bless coming over, Troy. Nice one, Troy.
Take it easy,
Hey, we
bro.
check out your show in the next
All
one,
right,
man.
man.
Hey,
All
nice
right,
one,
Troy. Troy the purist, bro.
I send you the link tomorrow.
All right, bro.
All right.
All right, man. Yeah. All right, man. Take care. Yo, that's Troy over there. Troy, why you call you? Everyone's the purist compared to Jalik. Now I'm the purist. Everyone's the purist, bro. To be fair, look, Troy Fight Doctor. They like some of the old cats on the thing, but like you need the young blood and the old blood coming together. But I watched a YouTube show and I was like, yo, that was good because I judge amateur fights, right? And I was watching it and I was like looking at some of these guys. They're only young, and maybe some of them, if they keep up what they're doing, one of them guys is gonna try and go against a pro professional fighter if they can or whatever. But I don't think that's the thing. I think if they stay in the lane fighting each other, eventually they're gonna get better because the next guy coming through gonna be younger. Remember again, these are young YouTubers, bruh. They're like you got guys from 18, all right, and they're young and they watch boxing in terms of they because they're in the sport. They're gonna watch the boxing, and I think that's a great thing. Troy's got a good point. He don't want to see none of them guys who don't pay their dues. And that's where we are at this moment. We got this thing where guys need to pay their dues in boxing. Well, guys pay their dues, and look how they get treated like Hagler. Look how they get treated like Bernard Hopkins, like through the ropes and shit. That guy ends his career. Boxing doesn't really end really good, but for these guys, they make a good pun money. They have exciting fights, and that's what it's about: exciting fights and making money and going back to your family. Now, these professional fighters, especially that top red card, bruv, they're always going against guys they're gonna beat, bruv. Like, they're not even know, there's no 50-50 fights. The YouTubers, pure 50-50 fights. They don't know each other.
Yo, and EJ, their promotion be fired on it. They know how to promote too, bro.
Yeah, they know, man. Because they already do it on their YouTube channel.
Exactly, bro. These guys on boxing they don't get it, bro.
Me and TBE. I don't know where TBE is, right? Me and TBE, we gonna fight each other. Everyone's like, what? EJ gonna fight TBE? Yeah, we gonna fight each other, bro. We gonna go own promotion and we gonna lay it down. Like Nez is doing his thing. Nez, the boxer, but he called Border Wars. I said to Nez, you shouldn't call it Border Wars. You should call it International Wars. And I goes, you should make it like in the UK and go different countries. He just does it in America. Like his thing, he hasn't took it to the next level, but everyone's trying to be a own promoter in this boxing thing. These old promoters are gonna be relic. They're getting dinosaurs, man. Bob Arum and these guys, they're the last of the dinosaurs, man. The last Mohicans in this thing, right?
Yeah.
Because they can't even get the bloody big fights through. The big fights what the fights want to see, and when they do get through, no guarantee that the Tyson Fury and AJ fight is gonna be good anyway. And we don't, you know what I mean? Who's guaranteed that fight is gonna be good? I don't know if it's gonna be good. I know Wilder's all exciting. I like Wilder, bro. You know what I mean? He's crazy. He's crazy as hell, but Wilder's exciting. Errol Spence, he ain't been exciting for the last 3 fights, man. He ain't going for the knockout. He just tries to beat guys on points. The Charlo brothers, they should be pushed up there as the best fighters in the sport. But no one cares about the Charlos.
Oh yeah, that fight Saturday. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not even watching that, bro. I can't watch it. Yeah, I'm not watching that fight.
Why you hyping?
I don't even talk about it because the way he said he don't want to fight. He already said he don't want to fight Andre. He act like he don't want to fight Canelo. It's like he's like where I don't get it with him. Like I'm not watching that. I'm not.
Charlo don't fight none of them top boys.
160, yeah, 160 Charlo. Now I'm gonna watch 154 Charlo.
They're gonna. This is what I'm trying to say to you. You see what I'm saying? You'd rather the YouTubers because they fight each other.
Exactly. They don't care about losing, and nobody cares. That's what I'm saying. It's too tight. They too tense and corporate. They need to just be relaxed, bro.
Yeah, that's how boxing used to be in the 80s.
Yeah, it's too tense.
You miss boxing when boxing used to be on network TV, bro. Let me tell you something. That shit was when they brought that thing to pay-per-view. They should have never brought that boxing. They should have kept that boxing. Boxing should have always stayed on mainstream TV and kept it popping because when it was on mainstream TV, you're talking about some of the greatest fights in the 80s, late 70s, Muhammad Ali from the 70s. Hey, you're talking about some of the greatest fights, a good decade, 30 years of great boxing. Larry Merchant was talking about, when HBO went off the air, he said Time Warner bought HBO and they didn't want boxing no more. But I thought that what they were doing in boxing was atrocious. They were pushing non-American. They were pushing
that's what he
non-American
said?
fighters.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I was listening to it. They were pushing non-American fighters. Ellaby said that he has a big fight for Arias after the win. Man, listen, Leonard Ellaby and Mayweather, they don't care about exciting fights either. All they care about is keeping their guy undefeated. That's all they care about, bro. Like, ain't no one trying to lay it down and said, we're going to put on exciting fights that I can watch. Like, how many fights, Jalik, over the past 2 years do you sit and watch and say, I need to keep watching that fight time and time again? Is any fight comes to mind?
Many. It's probably like, it's not that many, man.
I'll tell you one fight I like watching is just take Josh Warrington getting his ass whipped. You know, Anthony Joshua versus Ruiz, that was like a must watch back in the days. You know, you used to like watching that beat down, in it, right? Anthony Joshua versus Ruiz. Andy Ruiz when he was getting his ass whooped.
That was a good one. That was a good
one. What about Wilder getting his ass whipped by Tyson Fury? That was sad, bro. That was a sad one, bro.
Yeah, that wasn't really exciting.
No, it was sad. It was sad, man.
Yo, EJ, I gotta bounce, but I'll catch you in the next one.
All right,
nice. All right, Jalik, be easy.
All right,
yeah.
That's what I'm saying though. Like, who want to see Arios versus Charlo? Like it literally go against the grain. Like the fights we want, they literally don't do it. Like it's like they don't even care. So that's why eventually karma catches up, and then these guys. I mean, but I don't see it overtaking boxing. But I just hopefully it force them to step their game up. That's what I'm hoping.
Yeah. I think so,
bro. Because it's like, come on, man. Like Charlo literally is. What is he fighting for? Is his legacy? Like that's the guy that just beat James Kirk. I'm literally not gonna watch the fight. Literally, like I'm skipping.
Yeah, well, I'm surprised. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it. But boxing, I'm kind of like boxing. If they let the YouTube, like the UFC, I watching UFC. Clarissa Shields going over the UFC, and that's what they need more of. Like, you know, she challenged herself, but I don't think she should go because she nearly lost. So she needs to like take time with that stuff over there. You know what I mean? Because
that though, EJ.
What's that?
You know she actually fighting again in August, and then she said she wants Savannah Marshall. I was like, man, she should fight Savannah Marshall. She said she wanted Savannah Marshall or McCaskill next.
Yeah, I saw that on Twitter.
Her fight,
I talked to her. I talked to her on Twitter, and I said, "Man, you might lose." Yeah, I talked to her. I've talked to her. Let me see the. I don't know if I still got the voice messages. I think they're gone. Let me see if I can find them because I actually had a conversation with her on Twitter. Let me see if I can find the voice notes. Hey, my mic sounds better now, right?
Yeah, it sounds better now. Yeah.
I had to tweak the volume, man, because I was like, yo, I was trying to work out what it was. It's like my volumes were turned down because my computer reset. So hold on, let me try and find the messages because me and her was me. Oh shit! I'm watching the Phoenix. The Phoenix about to eliminate the Denver Nuggets right now as well.
Oh, wow, they gonna sweep them?
Yeah, they're gonna sweep them, bro.
Wow, Chris Paul is changing his whole.
Yeah. They turning up, bro. I'm interested. I want to watch the Clipper game tomorrow, though. I'm on that. I might go live. You want to join that one, Jalik? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I might have. Oh wow, because I was telling my boy, I said homeboy is like Wiggins, but he's proving me wrong.
Yeah. Oh, Wiggins? Which one? Andrew Wiggins?
Yeah, but
where's he at? Where's he at? He's at Golden State, right?
Yeah, he left Minnesota also. Drop.
Yeah. I don't know why. Yeah, hey, you been listening to Kwame Brown roasting Stephen A. Smith, right?
Yeah.
Yo, that shit. Fuck, Kwame Brown be roasting the whole of them boys out there, bro. Let me see if I can find Clarissa Shields because I got a voice notes out here. Clarissa Shields, because I had a conversation like a month before. And I said, yo, you might lose. Here we go. Let me see if I find the voice notes. They still there?
Marshall, bro. Is she from the UK?
You doing, champ?
Yeah, she from the UK. Yeah. Here's Clarissa Shields, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fighting with May June 10th, and I'm not worried about that. I mean, of course, that's the first thing in my mind. You know, sometimes I think about it, but I really been putting in a whole lot of work. I've been training with girls who've been doing MMA for 5 and 10, 15 years, working closely with Holly Holm and Johnny Bones, and really just taking the sport at my own pace. So I'm not worried about the MMA stuff. The boxing match is not worth it either. I'm still doing boxing, just trying to get paid, the right amount of money for my fight. I don't think I should have to fight for $100,000, $200,000, or $300,000, $400,000. I've already made that. I feel like the price can continue to go up as I continue to, make more history.
She betting on herself and she gonna do it, bro. She gonna be a million. She betting on herself and she gonna be a minimum $1 million. Soon.
That's what I said. And let me this one.
I got other girls already lined up though. She's not gonna be able just to come off of having her kids and be able to get a shot at the title. She's gonna have to have her some few fights, but she can have her name in the loop, but she gotta, have a comeback fight or something. But other than that, we already offered her a contract, and I believe it was twice. So
cool.
Yeah.
Nah, we're talking about this girl. There's this other girl, Oxtala Castillo, right? And I've been trying to get that fight between the two of them. I was trying to be a promoter. I was trying to say up.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I
was pregnant. I was like Savannah Marshall. I was like,
I was trying. Nah, not Savannah Marshall. And but you can see, all she cares about is making sure her money go up. This is what I'm saying. The more you stay undefeated in boxing, that's the one thing about boxing, right? When you're a boxer, right, Jalik, right? If you win, every time you win, your money goes up, and the only time it goes down, Jalik, is when you lose. So every time you win as a professional fighter, your money goes. That's why Mayweather's the most highest paid, because he's never lost. You see what I'm saying? That's why they have to keep paying him what they're paying him. You know what I mean? And this is why some fighters have to sit out. But Mayweather's got so powerful in the sport, like Oscar De La Hoya used to do it as well. He got so powerful in the sport that he can control everything, and he can make sure that every time he fights, he's got 100% certain that he should win. Otherwise, he won't fight. That's what I'm trying to say, and that's what the sport's become. Because they realize, well, if I act like Mayweather and stay undefeated and don't lose, I can get money, and that's what Errol Spence don't care about giving the fight fans right now. He don't care about that. He cares about making sure every time he fights, he gets 2 or 3 mil. You know what I mean? And that's where boxers become. Where the YouTubers don't, they already got money. That's the thing. They already got money, so they fighting for bragging rights. So we fighting differently. You know what I mean? And that's where we are. And also next week on Wednesday, we got a versus battle between Trina. Was it? No, someone got. We got Trina and Eve. Yeah, Trina and Eve. Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, I don't check I ain't seen verses for a while, so you got that. Okay. So there's the thing is entertain. Troy mentioned entertainment, right? They're entertainers. Well, boxers are entertainers, right? Ain't boxers entertainers as well?
And why boxers can't build up their YouTube channel like Jake Paul and them? Because they starting off with a name.
Yes,
YouTubers coming up with no name, so they can do the same thing.
Yeah, but boxers spend, you know why? Because boxers spend all the time in the gym. That's why boxers spend all the time in the gym, Jalik. So they ain't got no time to build their social media.
That's inspiring, though. You know how inspiring it is to be in a gym. You can your workouts alone that inspire people, because people are like, wow, because boxing is like, I'm gonna be honest, that's probably like the hardest sport in the world. That and MMA probably. So that's you can build it up and start making money. See, they start off, I think, man, I don't know, man.
Well, you know what I'm saying? Like, I said to myself, like, boxing needs young people like yourself in the sport, learning about, like you say, you're a purist and all that. You know what I'm saying? The purest of the pure, But hey, I didn't know that. I didn't know your man talk your mind talks. He be getting into beef for a lot of people. I didn't know that, right? I didn't know that. I haven't talked to him since that day. I haven't talked to him since that day that me and him got into it on your channel. You know what I mean? So I don't know what them guys are doing over there. I couldn't tell you, but there's millions on YouTube. There's so many millions of channels on YouTube. Like you could stay in your own lane and you don't even see each other. You know what I'm saying?
That's true, bro. Because I be skipping out on a lot of stuff. I'll be like, man, I
ain't see you still. When's the last time you make videos still? Or you don't make videos?
I go live and then I do like a prediction. I don't do it as much. You know what I mean? Because I say I'm gonna do it, but then I'll be working. My own business is building up, so I'm just like,
but they ain't nothing to draw. There's no mega fights to draw you over, though, right?
Exactly. Like that's what I'm saying. And then I kind of be getting frustrated. I'm like, man, this fight ain't gonna happen. And then I got like a do not. I was like, man, then like this Teofimo fight, right? Dude is confident. Kambosos.
Yeah, but I never heard of you. That I saw one fight of him. He ain't gonna beat Teofimo because like how Teofimo
Selby. Lee Selby, like
Yeah,
it was
but Lee Selby, man, come on, man.
He
Like
barely beat him. That's what I'm saying. It's like,
yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. He ain't gonna beat no bloody thing.
but it is a mandatory though. So I give him.
Yeah, like he's just a hype Australian guy who
confident though, bro.
When he gets in there, when he confident until he takes level. You know what I mean? When Tiafimo is like number 2 pound for pound, and I try to tell people, like when they try to say innerweights, how's he number 2 when he ain't beat no one on the level of Lomachenko and beat Thingy Cormier? Come on, Thingy Richard Cumming, whatever his name is. Come on now, like Tiafimo number 2 pound for pound. That's what I'm trying to tell you people. But they don't want to. The sports writers don't want to give him no credit because they love Lomachenko. Because they love Lomachenko, they don't want to give Tiafimo no credit. It doesn't make no sense.
Yeah, that's true.
You beat number 1 pound for pound, and you're number 8. What's going on?
We'll see that rematch though. Lomachenko fight next Saturday. See, I might go to the Tank fight. I was gonna go to the Tank fight, but I got
in Miami.
No, it's in Atlanta.
Oh, in Atlanta, yeah, you're right. It's in Atlanta.
I went to Tank versus Gamboa. I went to that fight.
How was that?
It was Tank a star, bro. I can't even lie on his name. Like it was like almost sold out, but like I was like, that's why I don't be lying on his name because I went to the fight. I was like, bro, he really be bringing people out, bro.
Yeah, well, this is what I
like Tank, bro.
Tank's the real. I met Tank when he came over here. He fought in England.
Okay.
Tank's a real top guy. That's what I was just saying. He ain't like Devin Haney and Crybaby because Crybaby they ain't been built right, bro. They're not being built right because I don't like Eddie Hearn building Devin Haney. Devin Haney was better when he was with an American promoters. You know what I'm saying? I don't like him with European promoters. I don't like Crybaby with Top Rank because he's too protected. And Devin, I think Tank's being built correctly.
Crybaby, you crazy.
That's his name, bro. Crybaby Stevenson. It sticks though.
It's crazy because I remember being on YouTube. I used to go on YouTube, and when he came back and lost, people went at him. I was like, whoa, what's that one dude? I remember hearing him, the dude from the UK. He still got a channel. What's his name?
Oh, you saw Rival?
And he came and talked about it, and people got on him. But I remember playing basketball, and losing and crying though. So that's what I looked at it a little different. But I don't know. So I see it from different perspectives, man. I don't know.
I just feel like I saw Adam Morris like losing the college game, and he was crying, and it just shows like as a grown man when you're young, like you upset. I've been in spring where you upset, you pissed, but I ain't crying. I ain't gonna see, bro. When you're young, kids, you cry, but when you're an adult, you get so. I don't want to see people let people know I'm crying. That's too weak. Now, if someone dies, it's one of your family dies. It's one of your family member dies, right? And you go to and you hurt. That's worthy of crying. It's worthy. But you lose an amateur thing, that ain't worthy of crying, bro. You know what I mean? Like you already made it. You're in the finals, bro. Like
that was 5 years ago, so he was about probably 18 or 19. And the way he was like he was like balling. So it was like
he was crying, sniveling like a little brat. And he still acts like a brat. That's why he acts like a little brat, spoiled brat. Like he fights like a stingy little guy. He felt like he don't want to get touched. I'm gonna wind him up all day, but you know what I'm saying? Yo, bro, I'm serious.
EJ, his defense is the best in boxing, bro. His defense is nice, bro.
Bro, you can't really say that unless he's fought a good competition. Who's the best?
Oh, that's true.
Unless he has to fight a good fight, a great fighter to prove that he has great defense. He hasn't been in there with no one yet.
Yeah, he don't like to get hit though, because remember when he fought the his old girl's brother?
Yeah,
Joey,
that was whack as well. That was whack, right?
What he just take a decision. He don't go for the gusto. That's his personality, bro.
Whack, man.
Check out the free adult.
That's whack. That's what I'm trying to say about him. He's whack, bro. He's whack. He just I like the kid, yeah. But as much as I like him, I criticize people I like. So so I must like it. But anyway, Jalik, it's been a pleasure, Jalik, man. If you don't know now, go check Jalik the Leader You know, the leader, the up and coming you of the young boys. Yeah, you know, leader of the new school. That's your lead right here. You know what I'm
Thanks
saying?
for the invite, bro. I ain't been on your channel in a minute. Thanks for the
Yeah,
invite.
You know what? I was a shout out to Fight Doctor and Trey. They brought the entertainment from the jit, bruh. They two old school dudes who clashed. That shit was funny as well, bro. The two of them was going in.
Fight Doctor, I ain't going front though. I didn't think the Wilder and the Fury fight was gonna happen. He had to bet with my man, and I was like, Fight Doctor. He was confident that Wilder was gonna fight Fury. I was like, wow. So
yeah, he was. Oh, Fight Doctor called it from the. Who was he? Who did he bet with? Who did he bet with?
He bet the dude Raphael.
Oh, that's why Raphael been quiet ever since. That's why Raphael quiet now. You see what I'm saying? Hey, Fight Doctor be shouting out. Fight Doctor be shouting out a lot of people, bro. He be shouting out a lot of people.
I was like, wow. I was like, bro, I ain't know. I didn't think it was gonna happen. So we'll see.
Yeah. Fight Doctor,
go live on Tuesday, bro. You gotta go live on Tuesday with the press conference. Go live on Tuesday.
Hey, this is the thing. I put you in the new Google group called EJ's
yeah.
So you just put just put the stuff in there in the Google thing. Yeah, we live on Tuesday. What, the Wilder and Fury, right?
Crazy. The press conference.
What, bro? Fury's gonna roast Wilder. Cause I don't think Wilder's got no leg to stand on when he gonna say your trainer drugged you. The referee drugged you. Like when he comes with all them stuff that Wilder's gonna get roasted. Wilder, I can't see how Wilder's gonna beat Fury.
It's gonna be Fury. It's gonna.
Like what's he gonna say? He's gonna say, "Oh, you cheated." Fury Wilder gonna say, "You cheated. Your gloves. I'm gonna make you pay." He goes, "Like you crazy, bro. I'm gonna punish you. Deluded." Malik, I can see Malik getting knocked out. Wilder getting slapped up in the press conference by the Traveler, bro. Fury gonna slap them both up in there. You know what I'm saying? But we have to see. Yo, shout out to the leader, EJ Boxing Live here, and we'll catch you on the next one, guy. Peace.
All right, peace, bro.
Peace.
Power is so great.